how you finish, but I'm not going to let that take away from 37 minutes we played and having a double-digit lead for the majority of the second half. That's big time.
Duke head coach John Shire following the win over Clemson, 67-54. Cameron Boozer led the way with 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Isaiah Evans with 17. And Caden Boozer off the bench with 12 points and 3 assists. Talking about the three-point shooting, the Blue Devils hit 10. 4 of those by Isaiah Evans, 2 by Dame Sarr, and those 2 back-to-back by Cameron Boozer in the second half to help break the back of the Clemson Tigers. And in contrast, the Blue Devils did an excellent job in guarding the three-point line, holding the Tigers to just 6 out of 24 from three-point range, and overall just 35% shooting for the game, and their lowest scoring total by far of the season at 54 points. So solid defensive effort springs the Blue Devils into tonight's contest against the Syracuse Orange here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Now you want to go out and stay connected
Shire with Duke men's basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron Indoor to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Hey, if you're on the go and want to stay connected with live college sports anywhere in the country, download the free Varsity Network app. It's available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app right now. Appreciate you joining us tonight for Duke and Syracuse. Big Monday from Cameron Indoor Stadium for the second time this year. The Blue Devils opened up the Big Monday schedule a couple weeks ago when they hosted Louisville, got a big win that night, and they'll have one more game on Big Monday this year, and it'll be a road game at NC State leading into the last week of the regular season. Certainly exciting times for one of the better members of the Blue Devils to be involved in these big games going down the stretch. That's the point guard, the junior, Caleb Foster. He's been a really important part for this Duke team so far this year. One of the reasons is because he's so locked in on playing team basketball and has become such a solid defender and guarding perimeter players. And our David Shoemate had a chance to check in with Caleb heading into tonight's game.
I want to start on a thought on yesterday's game. Obviously, another good defensive performance for you guys. You've been a part of a lot of really good defensive teams here. What makes this one unique?
Just the ability to focus on the task at hand, the team we're playing, what they're good at, and take that away.
You've done this a bunch over the years. This quick turnaround, just one day of prep, kind of reminds you of the NCAA tournament. What's important as you get ready for this one?
Well, just like you said, it's just another time to get better, to find our identity, keep finding our identity, and just get used to playing, one game with one game prep is focus on one thing and be able to flip the script and go to another team quickly. So I think that's good.
You mentioned finding your identity. You guys are obviously great defensively, a really efficient team offensively. Do you feel like that's still evolving, or are you guys kind of settling into something as you go into the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're finding it. I mean, I think we know what it is, and I think it's just going to keep evolving. We just got to keep going after it, and by the end of the year, you'll see the finished product.
I don't ask you about this a lot because you played in it so often, but another 10-0 run for you guys inside of Cameron Indoor Stadium the other night. You guys have won 29 in a row at home now. What's it like to play in front of the Crazies?
I mean, it's the best fans in the country. It's like six man on the court. I mean, it's hard to compete against us when you got that much energy around us and with us.
And I'll let you go on this. This is a Syracuse team that's a little bit different. They used to be known exclusively for zone, but they brought it back a little bit the last few games. You guys are probably going to see it in this one. What's important against the zone defense?
I think just execute our offense. Coaches put in phenomenal plays and sets for us to get good shots, so just to execute those, and I think we'll be fine.
All right, we appreciate it. Good luck in this one.
All right, thank you.
And that's our David Shoemate with Duke Junior guard Caleb Foster. Looking forward to tonight's game with the Syracuse Orange. The Orange are out on Coach K court right now, warming up, and the Duke Blue Devils will be back out here momentarily as we'll take an aim at a 7:01 tip for the Blue Devils in this contest. Now, to get some more details on the game plan, scouting report, and how the Blue Devils are viewing the Orange, stay with us. Up next, we're going to visit with Duke assistant coach Tyler Thornton to talk Duke and Syracuse when our Reach Jewelers countdown to tip-off continues.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
The Brotherhood plays here. This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
Oh my goodness! FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a name!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Duke and Syracuse on a big Monday at Cameron Indoor. We're joined now by Duke assistant coach Tyler Thornton. And Tyler, coming off of a game 48 hours ago against Clemson, a very impressive performance by the Blue Devils against one of the more physical teams in the ACC, and the Blue Devils' physicality seemed to match up well with Clemson, helped you get that win.
Yeah, I think our guys' preparation leading up to that game, understanding how physical it was going to be mentally and physically, I think they were ready, and I felt like we kind of were able to throw some of the first punches in that game to get us going, and our defense really took a step in terms of just stepping up to the challenge. Even from the first half to the second half, I thought we were a lot more physical as the game went on.
And the second half in particular, 22-point lead during part of that second half, really a dominant performance in that half until they got a few points at the end, but you had to be pleased with what you guys showed in the second half there.
Absolutely. I think, us continuing to challenge the guys with the small things, the small details over the course of the game, and then, their ability to respond. I think that's where we've had a lot of growth throughout the year.
Taking on a Syracuse team that was struggling for a while, but they've had 2 really good wins their last 2 outings at home, an overtime game and another one where they won at the end on a layup. Talk a little bit about maybe trying to stop the momentum that they've got going.
I mean, they're really talented. I think a few weeks ago they were down 30 to Carolina and was able to walk that game down and make it a 5-point game. And I think they found something there in terms of how hard they can play. But I think for us to just continuing to uphold our standards and challenge ourselves to guard the ball. They're a team that really likes to get downhill into the paint and then get you and help them recover situations on the perimeter. So we really got to do our job guarding the ball, sitting down, being in our gaps, and helping each other.
They also lead the ACC in fast break points. I know one of the things in trying to stop a fast break besides getting back is really just stopping the ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, for us, taking good Duke shots as well as being able to get back and stop the ball. I think for us, our half-court defense is so tough to score against. If we can keep them in the half-court, that would be a win for us.
That they are a team that one of the top teams in the country in blocking shots. How does that impact how you guys want to attack on offense?
I mean, I think, we've played against some big teams and some teams that have had some shot blockers and continuing to have discipline, understanding if you show shot fakes in the paint, play off too, you can make the right reads and the right decisions in those situations.
And then what do you think of Nathan George as a playmaker?
I mean, he's really good. I think his ability to use ball screens, his ability to get paint touches, he is the guy that, for them, is the best playmaker by far. So if we can eliminate his ability to get downhill, I think that'll help us a lot.
Always exciting to have a big Monday game in Cameron. Looking forward to it. Tyler, good luck. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Duke assistant coach Tyler Thornton and more when we continue in a moment on our Reach Jewelers Countdown to Tip-Off.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March 7th. Give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. Trip Hurd with you as we get you set for Duke and Syracuse from Cameron Indoor Stadium. 7:01 tip-off coming up later this evening. Duke coming into this one at 12-1 atop the ACC standings. The Orange at 6-7. But we mentioned this before. They've won their last two. Coming into this meeting tonight, they've had home wins over Cal and SMU consecutively. So it should be a good one tonight. And Cameron also on tap tonight in the top 25. Only one other game. Second-ranked Houston. They've ripped off 6 wins in a row, and they're looking for number 7 tonight. They're on the road in the Big 12 at number 6, Iowa State. It's been a weird last week for the Cyclones. They lost a lead late at TCU, but they bounced back on Saturday with a win over Kansas. That game there snapped a 8-game win streak for the Jayhawks. And as we said, Houston's won 6 in a row. Looking for number 7 tonight. Should be a good one in Ames, Iowa, Hilton Coliseum, the site for that one. Coming up in the ACC tomorrow night, we don't have any other games tonight. We'll have a 6 o'clock tip-off in Tallahassee, Boston College on the road at Florida State. Coming up at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, number 16 North Carolina heads to Raleigh to take on NC State. NC State coming into that one at 9-4, a half game ahead of the Tar Heels in the ACC standings. And then a big one out in Dallas at 7 o'clock. SMU will host number 21 Louisville. The Cards going into that game tomorrow night at 8-4. And rounding things out on Tuesday, Virginia Tech will visit the Miami Hurricanes, who are also 9-3 in ACC play. Tomorrow night, busy night, much busier than tonight in the top 25. A good one in West Lafayette. Number 7, Purdue is going to host newly top-ranked Michigan. The Wolverines at 14-1 in the Big Ten. The Boilermakers coming into the night at 11-3. That'll be a good one with a 6:30 tip Tuesday night. Also on Tuesday, number 12, Florida at home with an SEC matchup against South Carolina. And number 18, St. Louis, 24-1 on the year, 12-0 in the A10. They'll be on the road at Rhode Island. And, of course, the last unbeaten team in the country, number 22 in the polls now, Miami of Ohio. The Redhawks 25-0, 12-0 in the MAC. They play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night on the road at UMass. That'll do it for the scoreboard update. We'll come back with more of our pregame coverage. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Breaking news. Multiply the Cash scratch-offs are here and have $1 billion in total prizes. Mike's live on the scene.
The word is out, and with so much cash up for grabs, everyone's getting in on this $1 billion. Grandma?
Out of my way, Mikey. Granny's on a roll.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in on $1 billion of wins with new Multiply the Cash from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.01 to 4.82. Problem Gambling Helpline, 877-718-5543.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Welcome back to our Reed's Jewelers countdown to tip-off. Reed's Jewelers is your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers store or online at reeds.com. Looking forward to Duke and Syracuse. The tip at 7:01 on a big Monday from Cameron Indoor. A big game on Saturday. Had quite a few well-known Blue Devils from the present and past in hand, including 3 NBA rookies who were amongst Duke's 5 starters last year that were drafted into the league during the summer, as Kaman Malawach, Tyrese Proctor, and Cooper Flagg all had seats together underneath the basket on the Duke end of the floor in the second half, and then got a chance to enjoy watching their former team in action during the NBA All-Star break. And tonight we're looking to see Con Knipple here in town. Con was very busy during All-Star Weekend, playing in the Rising Stars game, the Shooting Stars Challenge, as well as the three-point contests. And he was at Duke's shoot-around this afternoon, and he's expected to be here on tap tonight for the Blue Devils. Also here from the NBA ranks, assistant coach from the Utah Jazz, Steve Wojciechowski, the former Blue Devil star player and assistant coach, and the former head coach at Marquette. He's now an assistant for the Utah Jazz, and he's in town tonight to watch the Blue Devils go up against the Syracuse Orange. He knows Duke assistant coach Evan Bradds pretty well. Evan Bradds came to Duke this past summer from the Utah Jazz organization, where he was the player development coach. Wojciechowski had been the G League head coach for the Jazz the previous 2 years before being named to the bench staff for this season. So good to see Wojo in town, and looking forward to him having the opportunity to catch up on his alma mater as well. Also coming up this week, big women's basketball game. Duke is hosting NC State on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Blue Devils up to number 9 in the country this week, and number 1 in the ACC, still with a 14-0 record after beating North Carolina in this floor yesterday. We've got more to talk about for Duke and Syracuse when we continue in just a moment on our Reed's Jewelers countdown to tip-off.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Hey, Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March the 7th. Give your 25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops hero today. Duke and Syracuse have played 23 times over the years, and the Blue Devils have a healthy 17-6 advantage in the series. They've won the last 10 in a row. Syracuse last beat Duke back in 2019 right here on this floor. On the night Zion Williamson had 35 points, but Syracuse able to come up with a 95-91 victory. And Duke has won 12 of the 16 times they've met since Syracuse joined the ACC several years ago. And Blue Devils trying to keep that streak going tonight with 10 in a row over the Syracuse Orange. The Associated Press College basketball polls came out later on today. The Blue Devils moved up from number 4 to number 3 this week. New number 1 in the polls, Michigan, after Arizona lost twice last week, and sets up a pretty big game this coming weekend as number 3 Blue Devils will be playing number 1 Michigan in Washington, D.C. on Saturday evening at 6:30. Also on Saturday, number 2 versus number 4, Houston and Arizona will be playing, so quite an afternoon for college basketball coming up this coming Saturday. Headlined by the top 4 teams in the country playing each other. One game at 3, one game at 6:30. The Blue Devils at 6:30 against top-ranked Michigan. We've got still a lot more to hear about for Duke and Syracuse, including a visit with Duke coach John Shire to talk more about tonight's game with the Orange. Our David Shimei will have that and more when we continue from Cameron. On a game today, though, don't forget, we're brought to you by Valero. This game brought to you by Valero. Quality fuel, quick savings, all at Valero. You can download the Valero Pay Plus app and save instantly on fill-ups. More in a moment when we continue on the Reed's Jewelers Countdown to Tip-Off.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a dime!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Want to be tested. The tests are going to continue to come even in a bigger way, and I think it's going to make us really well prepared, or at least I hope so, for March and what can come there.
Lob it inside, Gumba catches, great position, hammered, counted it a foul. Amenya stole the outlet pass, and he'll dunk it down with 2 hands. Evans on the right, thinking about it, he'll launch. Oh! Isaiah from deep!
Our guys are learning. They're growing up. I'm proud of them. They just have a serious approach.
They fight for the basketball. Cal's got it. Shot clock violation. How about that defense?
How about that defense?
Touch pass for Foster. Bang! Waiting. Lobs it. Deflected by Brown. It's over. And Duke gets it done. Barely 48 hours after the Blue Devils blew past Clemson on Saturday afternoon, it is back to work tonight inside this famed stadium as we are set for another showdown between two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. And while Syracuse enters this one at 15-11, 6-7 in the ACC, the Orange have some recent momentum, having won each of their last two in dramatic fashion, outlasting Cal in double overtime last Wednesday before finding a late winner against SMU over the weekend. Duke, of course, has been the most dominant outfit in the league again this year. Still alone atop the ACC standings at 23-2 overall and 12-1 in league play, with those 12 wins coming by an average of more than 15 points per game. Time and again, it's been a very familiar recipe. Dominance on defense. Over their last 9 league games, only once has the opposition scored more than 70, and 7 have failed to reach 60. Over the weekend, Clemson closed the game on an 11-2 run over the final 4 minutes, hitting 3 threes just to get to 54 points. Their lowest total of the season by 9. Those vice grips clearly a feature of the Jon Scheyer era, and his Blue Devils go in search of a 30th consecutive home win tonight against the Orange. It's Duke and Syracuse, and off we go from Cameron.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield, this is Duke Basketball. Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. The Hilton Garden Inn, your home base near Duke University. Reed's Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. And by the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club, honoring tradition over trend for over 30 years. Still ahead, keys to victory, starting lineups in the opening tip. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
We've called a 60-second local break timeout. Then more Duke basketball. You're listening to the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
It's time to go inside the Duke locker room with head coach Jon Scheyer. Presented by Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. Once again, here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
Duke and Syracuse here tonight, and Coach, obviously the obvious storyline coming off of Saturday, playing on Monday. It's kind of akin to what you see in the NCAA tournament. How good of a comparison prep is it for that atmosphere?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for us. We do this Well, this is our second time. I think we get one more shot at it. God willing, we can be in that position and to learn the focus, the effort, the energy that you need to recover quickly is going to be important and a great test for us tonight.
Obviously, your guys' defense was outstanding over the weekend against Clemson. I wanted to ask you about Dame Sarr. So often he ends up on a point guard. That's very unusual for a guy his size, and he seems to lock him down. He did to Hunter as well. What are you seeing from him on the defensive end? Well,
Dame's a special defender. He's got great anticipation. He can really move his feet, and I think it just sets a tone for our defense. You know, when he's picking up the ball that way, I just think it elevates everybody around him. I think it elevates our bench, our team, and it really is, you know, the point of attack defense, we call it. It starts with him, and he gets us off to a great start when he does that.
Speaking of elevating you guys, 17 more points for Isaiah Evans over the weekend. He's averaging about 5 more points in league play than he was in non-conference play. What have you seen from him as he builds throughout the season?
Well, he's just done a great job growing as a player. I thought he was really efficient last game. He took great shots. He made really good paint decisions of making plays for others. And I think his defense has been really good for us, and that's really important.
Let's talk about Syracuse a little bit. You may feel like you're playing Georgia Tech. Let's start with Nathan George at the point. Very good. Better than 5 assists per game. Of course, was Yellow Jacket a year ago.
Well, you know, we've played them a bunch, obviously, and he's a terrific player. He really sets up everybody around him. He's a good pick and roll player. He scored the ball as well. But he's the engine that makes them go, like, you know, shoemade to what you're saying with the assists. The other guys are thinking more scorer, where he's the guy that can really set up everybody else and make them better.
On the defensive end, the thing that jumps off the stat sheet, obviously second in the country in block shots per game. The guys aren't huge inside. What makes them so effective?
Well, it starts with Kyle. I mean, he's got great timing. You know, he's a great athlete. And he's one of the best shot blockers in the country. But then they also have other guys that can as well. Freeman can block shots, and you know they have good size, they have good length, and they make up for, if they're out of position a little bit, they make up for it with their athleticism.
Also been a little bit of a throwback of late for them defensively. Who knows if you'll see it here tonight, but they've been playing a lot of zone. What is this zone doing for them?
Well, we have to be ready for both. I think what a zone can do, it can just stand you up, and you know, we haven't gone against it live, obviously, with a one-day prep, but I do feel we're prepared. You have to be able to still penetrate the defense and get the ball in the paint. It's just different than playing against man-to-man. Not many people play the zone, and I think that's been their advantage through the years, is you're playing something that's totally different. So we'll see what they do, but definitely have to be ready for that. If not right away, at some point during tonight's game.
And finally, Coach, I'll let you go on this. One of the hallmarks of your team, really all 4 years since you've been here as the head coach, but this year in particular with the 12 ACC wins, consistency. I think 7 teams in league play have been held under 60 points per game. Can you speak to the consistency of this team, how they do it night in, night out?
Well, I think that's the hardest thing to do, and that's why I'm really proud of our team and our guys for the way that they treat every possession like it matters. Every game matters, and that's the beauty of wearing this jersey, and that's also the demand of wearing this jersey. And our guys are learning what it takes to play their ultimate level that they can every night, and I think it's something these guys have done a great job of. We got to do it tonight and keep this thing going.
All right, Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, you, mate.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March 7th. Give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
This is Blue Devil Basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
And welcome back inside Cameron Indoor Stadium as we are set for number 3 Duke and Syracuse here tonight. The Blue Devils are 23-2, 12-1 atop the ACC standings. The Orange come in at 15-11, 6-7 in ACC play, having won each of their last 2. As we welcome you to the Crow's Nest, David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer here tonight. Back inside our network studios, as always, is Trip Hurd. And John Roth, it'd be hard to top what the Blue Devils did the last time they had this Monday turnaround when they smoked Louisville by 31, but imagine looking for a similar defensive effort here tonight when they gave up 52 to the Cardinals.
They certainly are looking for that kind of defense. It's kind of what they've been looking for since the ACC season started, and they've delivered more times than not, as you outlined with Coach Shire just a couple of moments ago. Their defense was really good in the post on Saturday, as well as along the three-point line, and it enabled them to really hold Clemson to their season low by far, and that's with Clemson having a rush of points of, I think, 11 in the last 3 or 4 minutes. So the Blue Devil defense is going to be ready to go tonight, and they're looking for another lockdown performance.
The defense gets the lion's share of the attention, but they're also 7th in the country in point differential on a per-game average, winning by better than 19 points per game. They're 2nd in the ACC, 22nd in the country, shooting 49.6% from the field. So let's flip the script. What stands out to you on the offensive side of things for this group?
I think overall the offensive side to me stands out the fact that they've got somebody like Cam Boozer, who the entire offense can run through as a big guy, but then the other big guys are just as adequate as far as passers and playmakers when they're in the ball and have the ball out at the top of the key. So I think the fact that their bigs are so involved in the playmaking, not just in their own scoring, not just in getting offensive rebounds and putbacks, but they're just intricately involved in everything this offense does. We're talking, of course, about Cam, but also Pat Gongba and Malik Brown.
The Blue Devils come in number 2 in the country in both the net and the KenPom, some of the advanced analytics that you look at. Syracuse, 69th in both. They're 6-7 in the league, trying to make a push to get into the NCAA tournament under Adrian Autry in their 3rd season. And John Roth, you look at this record, but be careful, right? Because they took a really good Houston team to overtime, lost by 2 earlier. Should they beat Tennessee? They've been giving a lot of ranked teams some trouble. This is a dangerous team in Syracuse.
It is, and I think, you mentioned a moment ago some of the momentum they've had lately with the 2 wins last week, and it's possible that really started about 2 weeks ago when they were playing at Carolina, and they were down by 31 points with 7.5 minutes to go in that contest, and they put on a furious run and got that down to a 6-point game with about 45 seconds left. Really put a scare into the Tar Heels, who thought that game was completely over, and since then they played a lot better basketball. They had a close loss after that to Virginia, and then those 2 wins over the weekend. So I think they might have found a little bit of something and what works for them and how hard they have to play with that loss at Carolina.
We talk about this a lot, the interior matchup in these types of games. Obviously, Boozer and Gongba will have anybody's attention, but you flip it over and look at Syracuse, the transfer from UCLA, and William Kyle III, tied for 2nd in the country in block shots. He's got 69 all by himself. They're tied, 2nd in the country, averaging better than 6 per game. These aren't huge guys, 6'9". He is. Freeman 6'9" as well, but John Roth, they get after it inside blocking shots.
I'm interested to see how that plays against a Duke offense and see how the Blue Devil shot fakes, how well they can maybe get some Syracuse guys up off the ground and draw some fouls. But when you look at numbers, Syracuse has blocked 164 shots, a huge number. The Blue Devils in one less game have blocked 88. They blocked almost twice as many shots that we're used to seeing from the Blue Devils.
any concern as we wrap this up on the look-ahead factor? Number 1, Michigan waiting on Saturday in Washington, D.C. Is that a part of the storyline here tonight?
Well, I guess if you're Coach John Shire, you got to have everything as a part of the starting line. So you want to make sure that everybody's focus is on tonight. Michigan just moved up to number 1 today. Duke moved up to number 3. It was going to be a huge game no matter if Michigan moved up to number 1 or not. We're certainly all been looking forward to this contest. But I think the best thing they can do is focus on the 40 minutes here tonight and hope that they can keep Michigan at bay until tomorrow.
24th all-time meeting between these two. The Blue Devils lead the series 17-6. They've won each of the last 10, I should say, including a 6-2 mark inside Cameron, where they've won 3 in a row against the Orange. Last meeting in this building, January 2nd, 2024. The Blue Devils won at 86-66. Duke and Syracuse will tip it off when you come back.
Breaking news. Multiply the Cash scratch-offs are here and have $1 billion in total prizes. Mike's live on the scene.
The word is out. And with so much cash up for grabs, everyone's getting in on this $1 billion. Grandma?
Out of my way, Mikey. Granny's on a roll.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in on $1 billion of wins with new Multiply the Cash from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.01 to 4.82. Problem Gambling Helpline, 877-718-5543.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Back inside the Learfield Network studios as we close in on tip-off between Duke and Syracuse. Before we send you back to Cameron, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield. Duke and Syracuse ready to tip things off from Cameron Indoor Stadium. Let's send you back to the Crow's Nest. Here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
All right, Tripp, thank you very much. This same stadium sold out yet again, 554 consecutive sellouts. By now, you know the Blue Devils have won 91% of those games during the streak, 504-49, their record during the sellout streak. Let's get you into tonight's starting lineup. So we'll begin with the visiting Orange. As we told you, 15-11, 6-7 in the ACC. They won each of their last 2. Both of those were at the Dome last week, and they'll use the same starting 5 here tonight. At the point will be number 11, Nathan George, a familiar name, the transfer from Georgia Tech, junior guard, 6'3", 193 out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, 145 assists and 81 turnovers on the year. He's 5th in the league with 5.6 assists per game. Number 2 is J.J. Starling, senior guard, 6'4", 207 out of Baldwinsville, New York. He's averaging 12 points per game and nearly 3 rebounds per contest. Number 4 is Nate Kings, redshirt senior guard, 6'5", 200-pounder out of Salem, Oregon. The transfer from Oregon State has been hot his last 5. He averages 12 per game on the season, but averaging nearly 18 over this last 5-game stretch, including 14 of 35 from 3. Number 1 is Donnie Freeman. He's a sophomore forward, 6'9", 213, out of Washington, D.C. Nearly 18 points per game and 7 rebounds per game. He is their leading scorer. And rounding out the starting 5 is the transfer from UCLA, as we told you, number 42, William Kyle III, senior forward, 6'9", 230, out of Bellevue, Nebraska. Averages nearly 8 rebounds per game. That's 10th in the league with the 69 blocks. Lead the ACC and are tied for 3rd nationally. For head coach Adrian Autry in his 3rd season at the helm, the assistant coaches Dan Engelstad, Alan Griffin, Brendan Strawn, and Pete Saniti, I should say, who also serves as the director of basketball operations. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, number 3 in the most recent AP poll, 23-2 overall, 12-1 in the ACC. They've won 29 in a row here at home, including Saturday by 13 over Clemson. And the same starting 5 here tonight.
Caleb Foster, combo guard, junior, Harrisburg, North Carolina. Isaiah Evans, shooting guard, sophomore, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Damesar, shooting guard, freshman. I'm from Italy, Oderzo, Italy.
Patrick Gungba II, center, sophomore, Manassas, Virginia.
Cameron Boozer, forward, freshman, Miami, Florida.
And they'll hit the floor for head coach John Shire in his 4th season at the helm. The associate head coaches are Chris Carrawell and Emmanuel Dilly. The assistants, Evan Brads and Tyler Thornton, and the player development specialist is Jace McCain. Syracuse, the road team here inside Cameron Indoor Stadium, so they're going to wear orange jerseys and shorts with white numerals and lettering, a white stripe down the side, the Syracuse logo, and orange at the bottom of the shorts. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, in the familiar home whites with Duke blue numerals and lettering, a Duke blue stripe down the side, Iron Duke D logo, and white at the bottom of the shorts. As we look down on Coach K Court, and to our left on the baseline, the head coach, former head coach himself, is here tonight in attendance. Of course, talking about Mike Krzyzewski. You were talking about his guest that's sitting next to him earlier tonight, John Roth. Familiar face.
Steve Wojciechowski, playmaker for Coach K, have graduated in 1998. Certainly an assistant coach. Did an excellent job for him. And right now he's an assistant coach for somebody that John Shire knows very well, the head coach of the Utah Jazz, Will Hardy. His first year as the assistant coach there after serving as their G League head coach the previous 2 years.
Someone that Evan Brads knows pretty well as well.
I was talking to Evan about that before the game. They know each other very well.
As we look down on the floor from the Crow's Nest behind the team benches, we're going to watch the Blue Devils go left to right here in the opening half. Cameron Rowdy, why has it gotten louder? Well, Cooper Flagg's back in the building, and his Kaman Maluach as they make their way in. I think Cooper's parents are here tonight as well. I thought I saw them downstairs.
Well, and they're sitting with Con Knippel tonight. So he's here as well. He was a little busier over the weekend than they were, and now he's in town as well.
Yeah, Cooper and Kaman are just behind Con on the baseline to our left. Meanwhile, Bert Smith, our lead official, with the basketball in hand. Gungba and Kyle to jump it off. Great to have you with us. Away we go. And Syracuse control the opening tap. Lee Cassell and A.J. Desai, the other ACC officials here this evening. Kyle has it up top. They swing it around over to the left, and Starling gets an early touch. Off a couple of screens, working his way to the left is George. Can't shake free. Working to the right is Starling. Lob it inside. Oh, wide open is William Kyle, and he gets an early 2, and Syracuse is on the board first.
That's something that will be taken note of on the Duke bench.
Syracuse has been playing a lot of zone recently, but they open up man-to-man. Here's Damesar to the right and Caleb Foster. A handoff for Isaiah Evans to the top of the key, and Patrick Gungba holds it high. Evans slips through the middle, goes down the lane, scoop it up, and he'll shoot 2. And Kyle picks up his first. Gungba so effective initiating the offense at the top of the key. And we get our first free throws of the night for the Blue Devils. 38 seconds in. Gives us a chance to tell you the Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Store to Get More campaign. And proud to announce that a total of 30,000 meals have been donated this season to our local neighbors in need for free throws made by the Blue Devils during the regular season. Over 8 million meals and counting have been donated by Food Line Feeds through the Score to Get More campaign to local college pantries and food banks. It's something you don't see very often. Isaiah Evans unable to hit on the first. He'll have one more. Trying to get the Blue Devils on the board.
And, you know, that hard contact prevented him from opening this game on the Duke end with a dunk because he was wide open headed to the basket before he got smacked.
But it is helpful to put a foul on Kyle. He's such an important piece on the interior of their defense, something to keep an eye on. George with it for Syracuse, whips one up top, and Nate Kings. He had the game-winning layup
over the weekend in the final 5 seconds against SMU. Back up top for George now. Shot clock's down to 11. Curling to the right, it's J.J. Starling trying to drop Gungba. Got inside, off the window, it crawled off. And the rebound for Dame Sarr. Along the left sideline, he wants to push the pace. Dame to the left side of the paint, got inside, waiting, lobs it out for Caleb Foster. And now they'll run some offense. Plenty of time, 20 to shoot. Caleb gets it to Cameron Boozer, top of the key. Now to Gungba. Waits, back to Boozer on the left. Cameron will drive, spin, nearly fell down, threw it back to midcourt. Gungba saved the backcourt violation. 8 to shoot. Here's Foster on the drive. Got it on George, into the paint, off the window. No, Boozer there to clean it up. Almost worked out like a pass, and the Blue Devils have their first lead, 3-2.
I'm almost thinking it was intentional by Caleb Foster when he saw Cameron on the other side of the lane.
The other end, George whips it to the left corner for a Starling three that's good. Syracuse not a great three-point shooting team, only 33% on the season, but they hit them against SMU. They were 11 of 30. They're back in front, 5-3. Not even 2 minutes in. Gungba up top, dumps one to the right, and Caleb Foster waiting, looks to the left. Caleb pounding the left-hand dribble, sends it to Boozer. Thought about a three, steps closer, picked up his dribble, in the pocket for Gungba. Spins on Kyle, goes up, and couldn't get it. Got his own rebound, though. Waiting on the baseline, back outside for Dame Sarr with a fresh 20. Dame into the paint, a straight line drive, and he sends it in softly with the right hand. He thought about the punch, thought better of it. We're tied at 5.
Attacking these shot blockers for the Orange.
And now George along the right sideline. Sends one up top for Donnie Freeman. Working his way to left, scoops it for Starling. Turns the corner on Boozer, backpedals, takes a 17-footer, and it won't go. The rebound for Patrick Gungba. Streaming across midcourt, it's Foster. Going to be a much quicker pace than we saw on Saturday against Clemson. Lethal crossover for Foster to the left corner. Evans, a ball fake. Can't hit the three. Weak side rebound. Caleb fought for it. He's got it. Back up top, Gungba with a fresh 20. Pat fed it for Cameron Boozer. And now he'll slow it down. Looking to the right. Dribbles that way. Feeds the post in Gungba. One-on-one with Freeman. Puts it on the deck. Pounds his way into him. Spins, goes up, off the window and in. Big fella showing off some moves, and Duke is back in front.
Freeman cut off the baseline, but Pat just went the other way and still finished.
7-5, just over 3 minutes in. Here's George, and Sarr's got the defensive assignment, clapping in his face. Over to the left, it's Kyle. Now a handoff for Starling. Lob it to the right, and George, 12 to shoot. Back up top, Freeman. Ball fake from 3, trying to drive Boozer, can't get by. Backpedals, sends it to the right, and George, 5 to shoot. A little ball fake again, got in the paint, kicks to the left. Starling, a touch pass for a 3 from Kings. Too strong in the weak side rebound for Boozer. Here they come across midcourt, having hit 3 of their first 6 from the field. Boozer between the rings up top. Let's go Duke is the chant from the Crazies. Evans on the right. He'll drive into the paint, scoop it up. Didn't get the roll. The rebound for Freeman. Back and forth we go. The Orange down by 2 in possession. And now Starling at the center circle sends it to the left to Nathan George. 4 minutes gone in our opening half. George works his way to the right, into the paint. Forced it, got it blocked. Sarr got a piece. And here's Foster the other way, 3-on-2. To the right, it's Evans. Back for Foster, and now they'll wait for help. Leave it to Evans, and now Gungba between the rings up top. A handoff for Isaiah Evans. Room to shoot. Crossing over. Gets closer. Into the paint. Spins. Waits. Kicks to the right. Foster. Still 12 on the timer. Back up top. Boozer. And now Caleb. A right baseline drive. Crosses over to the middle. Steps through. Got it blocked. Kyle came from the weak side and rejected it. His 70th block of the season. Duke still by 2 at the other end at Starling. Had it tapped out of his hand. Able to save it up top. Freeman's open for 3. Too strong. Long rebound. Starling tapped it to Kyle. He nearly walked up top, and now back for Starling. Young man who began his career in Notre Dame looks back to the bench to get the play call. Shot clock's down to 8-7. Works his way to the right. Boozer there defensively. Now up top, it's Freeman. On Foster, 2 to shoot. Gonna have to fire, and he hits a jumper just inside the three-point line up top. His first points tie the game at 7, 5 minutes in.
And just inside the expiration of the shot clock.
Foster streams across midcourt on the left sideline. Waiting, looking inside, allows it to Gungba. Catches in front of Freeman. Backs him down. Into the paint. Spins, goes up. Oh, blocked again. Kyle got that one. And here comes Syracuse the other way, 3-on-2. To the left, it's King slicing inside for a dunk. That gives the Orange the lead. 9-7. 5.5 minutes gone here in our opening stanza. We've already seen how good of a shot blocker Kyle can be. Only 6'9", but very long arms. Here's Caleb Foster on the drive. Lost it on the way in. Last touch by Syracuse. It'll stay with Duke out of the timeout.
14-16 to play till halftime. The Blue Devils trailing by 2 early, 9-7.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
College athletes are more than competitors. They're leaders, creators, and storytellers. Through True Blue TV, your business can work with top Duke NIL student athletes to build authentic content and real brand connections. From digital campaigns to social storytelling, True Blue TV helps create content that connects Duke student athletes and businesses like yours, creating partnerships that matter on and off the field. Work with Duke NIL athletes. Build your brand. Partner with True Blue TV today at truebluetv.com.
Today's game is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping all move forward financially. They're proud to be a part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
And we are back inside Cameron Indoor Stadium with 14-16 to play till halftime. The Blue Devils trailing here early, 9-7, a game that's already seen 4 different lead changes between these two. The Blue Devils, of course, have been playing really well against the ACC, having won 34 of their last 36 against conference opponents. Duke enters the night as the second tallest team in the country, according to KenPom. They're also one of the youngest teams in the country, averaging less than a year of experience on average. That's 307th out of 365 teams. I say that, John Roth, because I feel like sometimes that gets lost in the discussion about this team. And I think, from my perspective, biased as it may be, about the work that John Shire's done as the head coach. You know, a lot of coaches, in terms of ACC Coach of the Year, National Coach of the Year, always get credit for working with a new roster. It's like status quo for this guy.
All 4 years he's been here, it's been a brand new roster pretty much. Last year he had a couple of guys back, but every year he's got a whole new team chemistry, and yet he keeps cranking out exceptional teams, and certainly no exception this year.
As we remind you, the Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM, College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. We appreciate those of you guys listening to us tonight on Channel 84, on SiriusXM Satellite Radio, of course, on your local affiliate across the state, and spanning into South Carolina, a little bit into Tennessee as well, and, of course, on the Varsity Network app. Well, the Blue Devils, 3 of their first 9 from the field, have yet to hit a 3. Syracuse 1 of 3 from outside. Duke controlling the glass, 7-4, so you like the start there in terms of rebounding, but you kind of had a feel this was going to be a Syracuse team that was going to be desperate here tonight. If you look at the arc of their season, they're streaky. They started 5-0, then they lost 3 in a row, albeit to Houston, Kansas, and Iowa State. Then they won 8 out of 10, and then they lost 4 in a row and 6 out of 7, and now they've won their last 2. So it's been definitely a bit of a roller coaster for Adrian Autry. Now, one of those stretches where they struggled early in the year, Donnie Freeman from November to December missed 9 consecutive games with a right foot injury, and they went 5-4 during that stretch.
And he is certainly a key factor for them.
Changes out of the timeout. Caden Boozer out there with Hamenya and Malik Brown for the first time. Cameron Boozer and Sarce. Meanwhile, Cameron going to work inside, missed the layup, trying to get his own rebound, but Freeman ripped it away. So here comes Syracuse leading by 2. Of course, Caden, the freshman out of Miami, along with his brother Cameron, who's also obviously from Miami, had 12 points on Saturday, a virtuoso performance against Clemson. Here's George at the top of the key, curling to the right, trying to get by Sarr, cannot, backs out of it. Starling jumps up top, offline right with the 3, and here comes Dame Sarr across midcourt. He leaves it for Caden Boozer. Over to the left, and Hamenya looking inside for Cameron Boozer. Nothing there. Up top, Brown, now to the right, Caden Boozer. Waits. Surveys, crosses over, hands it for Dame Sarr. Now up top for Cameron Boozer. 13:27 to play till halftime. Duke down by 2. Cameron trying to change that. Goes in on Kyle, floats around and out. Got his own rebound. Got Kyle airborne and laid it in. Kyle, I think, cognizant of not picking up his second foul, just let him go. And we're tied at 9.
And Cam really just played that well. corralling that offensive rebound to finish.
Freeman on the right at the other end. Can't hit a three, and Cameron Boozer engulfs the rebound. He's already got 4. Across midcourt, his brother Caden goes inside, stumbling, saved it for Sar. Can't hit a three on the right. Hamenya got a hand on the rebound. It's bounced all the way into backcourt. Cameron Boozer has it with a fresh 20. Because there was no possession established, no backcourt violation on that. Here's Caden Boozer, right baseline drop, all the way in for the lefty scoop. And Duke is back in front, 11-9.
Oh, the lane just parted like the Red Sea, and Caden took complete advantage.
12:35 to go until the break. Lively pace to this one at the outset. Nathan George to the right. Trying to get inside, cut off by Brown, scooped it to the left. Starling will drive on Brown. Underneath it goes to Kyle, goes up. He got a block, but Brown is going to get ticketed with a foul. That'll be his first. And perhaps not the worst. I think they're going to give it to Dame Sarr. Oh. Well, wait, no, they say Malik. I thought I saw 7. Instead, it was 6. I say that Kyle, not a good free throw shooter, 50%. And really, that goes for the whole team. They're last in the ACC at 63.8%. That's 359th in the country. If you're wondering, there are 361 teams in Division I.
The one guy you don't want to foul, though, is Nathan George. He's an 80% shooter. He's been in tough situations throughout his career, and he's somebody who could knock down a free throw when they needed it.
You saw Kyle there, at least we did here in person. If you're listening, he's a right-handed free throw shooter, kind of shot puts it up there, and that one didn't get over the front of the rim. We'll see what he does on the second try. Meanwhile, Gungba's back into the ball game. The sophomore out of Manassas, Virginia, Cameron Boozer is going to get a breather. Second attempt. Shot puts it again. Too strong this time. The overcorrection. He missed them both. And the Blue Devils back in possession, leading by 2. Caden Boozer works his way to the left. Now back to the right. It's Dame Sarr. Further to the right and Brown. Waits, holds it high. Couple of ball fakes. Puts it on the deck. Now he picked up his dribble and needs some help. Bounces one to the right. Dangerous pass. Stolen by George, and then a foul on Caden Boozer. And in some respects, not really Caden's fault. The pass was the issue. It led to a foul. And now Syracuse making changes as Kyle will come out. And last year we knew him as Ibrahim Soare, but actually his first name is Akir Soare, the transfer from Georgia Tech. Comes into the ball game. Didn't play in the game against SMU over the weekend. Was nicked up. Third game he didn't play. He and Nathan George have been following each other around. They played together at Canyon International Academy out in Glendale, Arizona, then the last 2 years at Georgia Tech, and now they're at Syracuse. Working their way towards colder weather on every stop. Canada next. Anyway, here's Nathan George leaving it up top. And now over to the left. It's George again. Lobs it inside, and there's the catch, and the tap for Soare wouldn't go. The Blue Devils trying to save the rebound, cannot with Hamenya, the freshman out of Los Angeles, and will stay with Syracuse when we come back. 11:49 to go in our opening half. Duke up by 2, 11-9.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
11:49 to play in our opening half. The Blue Devils by 2 on Syracuse, 11-9. And tonight's game between Duke and Syracuse is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping us all move forward financially. They're proud to be part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at PNC.com. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Trip Hurd. Well, for the first time tonight, he came in just a moment ago. See him on the floor. Cayenne Anthony, the freshman out of Brooklyn, New York. Yes, that is Carmelo's son. Obviously, the legendary Syracuse player up there in Central New York. It's been an interesting storyline to follow. He actually did not play in the game against Virginia, but the script kind of flipped in the second half against SMU, where he kind of played down the stretch, ended up with 13 points, making 2 of 4 from 3. And J.J. Starling, their normal starting shooting guard, didn't play much in the second half, including for the game. He only played 18 minutes, his second fewest minutes played of the season. Talking about Starling, and that even is a little bit deceiving because John Roth, he only played 2 minutes in their opener before getting hurt and missed the next 2 games. And after the game, Adrian Autry said he was riding the hot hand. It has been interesting to see the splits of Anthony and Starling this year for Syracuse, to say the least.
It certainly has. Obviously, Anthony being the son of the legend from Syracuse that won the national championship there as a freshman for Coach Jim Boeheim, went on to an NBA career, an Olympic gold medalist career, and just such a huge member of Syracuse basketball history and tradition. His son's, averaged almost 20 minutes a game so far this year, but he's only started 2 times. He's been off the bench all but 2 times.
Yeah, Syracuse with it out of the timeout, and the floater off the right baseline for Sadiq White wouldn't go. And the Blue Devils bring it across midcourt. Caden Boozer out there with Patrick Ongwa, Malik Brown, Isaiah Evans, and Nicholas Hamenya. Over to the left, it's Brown. Holds it high, now a drive. Got inside all the way to the rim, put it up, drew a foul. We'll see who gets ticketed. It's either going to be Soiree or White. It'll be Soiree, the redshirt sophomore out of Guinea. And it'll be free throws for Malik Brown, of course. He began his career at Syracuse when these two met last year up in the Dome. He had 6 points, 8 rebounds, a couple assists, didn't turn it over, 4 steals, and a block shot. You think it means something?
Well, I also remember when he played in this building for Syracuse his last year up there, his sophomore year, had his absolute best career offensive game with 26 points, had 5 dunks in that game, and played a great game, although Syracuse lost by 20. That was one of his best years in college before he got to Duke, and was actually an all-ACC defensive player that year for Syracuse, but now he's back here playing in white versus the orange.
Yeah, that was a group with Filipowski and McCain that made it all the way to the Elite Eight. Both free throws good. The lead is 4, 13-9, 11:23 to play till halftime. Here is Cayenne Anthony on the left, weaving through some traffic. Bobbled it, got it back, stepped through, kicks it to the corner, stolen by Caden Boozer. Trying to get it out for White. And here come the Blue Devils across midcourt. It's Gungba up top, inside Brown. One dribble, a kick out for Hamenya. In the left corner, he'll drive on George. Whip it back up top for Gungba. Plenty of time, 19 to shoot. Patrick swings it low on Soiree. Dribbles to the left, hands it off for Caden Boozer. Works his way to the right, looking inside, not there, so Evans gets a touch. Isaiah top of the key. Dancing, drives, goes inside, a couple of head fakes, puts it off the window, counted in a foul. My goodness, he put Tyler Betsy in the blender, and he's headed to the line as well.
Boy, he worked for that when he had several shot fakes until he got just what he wanted, his defender in the air, and then able to finish.
This is now 8 straight, perhaps a 9th consecutive point to build the lead to 7 with 10:53 to go until the break. Syracuse hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 41 seconds, and Isaiah's free throw is good. That's 17 over the weekend. In his last couple of games, he's been averaging 19, including 9 of 15 from 3 coming in. Here's Nathan George to the right. Backpedals, waits, looks up top, sends it for Cayenne Anthony. Off of a screen to the right, Caden Boozer has him on a switch. Over to the left to Nathan George. Behind the back with a dribble, works his way to the left, jumps up from 3, and George hit it. Nathan George, not known as a great three-point shooter, just over 31% on the year, knocks that one down. It's the second for the Orange. And they're back within 4 as we approach the midway point of the opening half. 16-12 our score. Gungba to the right, there's Brown. Holds it high, looking back door, and a foul is called on a hold as Soiree got a piece of Gungba. That's quickly 2 on him. And with 10:17 to play here in the first half, it looks like they're going to leave him out there. 4th team foul on the Orange. Duke has been whistled for 2. Caden Boozer to inbound it, right baseline, right side of the hoop. Lobs it for Gungba. Working on Soiree. Faces up into the paint. Backs him down. Waits. Spins. Steps through. Flipped it up. Didn't get the roll. Brown got a hand on the rebound, but Soiree has it. So Syracuse back in possession. We hit the midway point of the opening half. Duke by 4, 16-12. Crossing over on the right, it's George. Behind the back with a dribble. Works his way to the top of the key. Lobs it to the right. It's Betsy into the paint. The floater is short, and the rebound for Hamenya. Blue Devil defense really starting to tighten the screws. Syracuse now 5 of 16 from the field. About 30%. Caden Boozer to the right. There's Brown. Whips one inside. Hamenya off the window, around and down. What a find, and he's got his first field goal.
Yeah, that was a vintage Malik Brown pass to find a cutter and lead him right to the basket.
And that is the Blue Devils' first assist of the ball game. 10.5 minutes in. On the right, it's Anthony. Waiting. Still waiting. Comes off of a Soiree screen. Backpedal, sends it to the left, and George. Shot clock already down to 10. Off of a screen to the right. George trying to turn the corner. Flips it inside Soiree. 5 to shoot. Make it 4. Send it to the left. Betsy. Hopeful prayer. Left it short. Offensive rebound, though. And now George has it up top to the right. Anthony, a clean look. Too strong. And this time Evans the rebound. Blue Devils dodged a bullet there. 9 minutes to play in our opening half. They're up 18-12. Caden Boozer off a couple of screens to the right. Lobs it for Malik Brown, now top of the key. Bounces one inside. Gungba one-on-one with Soiree and his 2 fouls. Lobs it back outside for Evans off of a screen set by Gungba. How about a 3? Yes, sir. He's got 7. Timeout Syracuse. Will break for 30. 8:40 to play till halftime. All of a sudden, Duke up by 9, 21-12.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Back inside Cameron Indoor Stadium, 8:40 to play till halftime. Duke up 21-12. The Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Oh, we talked with the head coach about Isaiah Evans in the pregame show. Such an efficient scorer, and now he extends a little bit of history for the team. Obviously coming in with so many consecutive games with a made three-pointer. And now he tacks on another one here tonight, leading the country in that category with consecutive games with a made 3.
Oh, Isaiah.
Not him, the team as a whole. As Betsy has it up top, can't hit a 3, and the rebound for Hamenya. And across midcourt comes Caden Boozer. Works his way off of a Brown screen to the right. Spins, flips it to the left. Evans had to catch it high, so couldn't shoot. 1,289 consecutive games, if you're wondering, with a made 3 for the team. Here's Cameron Boozer on the left, driving Kyle. Kyle nearly fell down. Cameron backs him down into the paint. A little bully ball. 3 to shoot. Couple of ball fakes. Spins. Got pushed. Waits. Fades away. And they called him for traveling. So a turnover is going to chase us to a timeout. 7:55 to play till halftime. Duke leads at 21-12.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Today's game is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping all move forward financially. They're proud to be a part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
Bounces one inside, Gungba. One-on-one with Soiree and his 2 fouls. Lobs it back outside for Evans. Off of the screen, set by Gungba. How about a 3? Yes, sir. He's got 7. Timeout, Syracuse.
First 3 of the night for the Duke Blue Devils comes from Isaiah Evans. It gives them a 21-12 lead here at Cameron. It's 7:55 to go until halftime. Isaiah, with those 7 points, leads this team in scoring thus far. Overall, Duke has hit 8 out of 18 from the floor, 44%, and 1 out of 3 from three-point range. On the other side, Syracuse not shooting quite as well, 5 out of 18. They have made 2 threes, about 9 attempts, and really a lot of balanced scoring with 5 different guys who have hit 1 field goal. And so far, rebounding-wise, Duke doubling up the Orange, 16-8. And turnovers have been pretty even and not much of a factor so far. 2 for the Blue Devils and 1 for Syracuse. So, Blue Devils had a 9-0 run a couple of moments ago and opened up a 16-9 lead. And now they're up by 9 with 7:55 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, we hit our first media timeout about 5 minutes in, and Syracuse had the lead 9-7. They've got 1 field goal since over the last basically 8 minutes or so of game action. The Blue Devils have ripped off a 14-3 run to jump out by 9. As we remind you, the Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by the FanDuel Sports Network. Your home for your home teams. Watch all the big hits, big shots, big goals, all in one place for coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets. Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long. As the Blue Devils break the huddle, we see Cameron Boozer out there with Caleb Foster, the junior guard out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, Isaiah Evans, Dame Sarr, and Patrick Gungba, the 5 that started the game. Nathan George with it for the Orange as they stream across midcourt, right to left. Kings on the drive, got a step on Evans into the paint. Tough flip, missed it badly. The rebound for Boozer. Outlet for Dame Sarr. A race and a dunk. Punched it down with the right hand. A blur down the floor. And the lead grows to 11.
That was a fast break.
23-12. George at the other end sends it to the left, and Freeman. Duke has scored the last 7. Kings for Freeman. He wants a 3 up top. No, short. The rebound for Foster. He wants to push the tempo. Up by 11, looking for more. It's Evans on the right. Whistle and a foul inside off the ball. Who's going to get ticketed? Somebody was trying to defend Cameron Boozer. And the guilty party is Freeman, and that's his first. 5th on the team, so no free throws yet. Oh, yeah, Freeman with the discard in the paint. Easy for AJ to sign, our baseline official to see. It's Caleb Foster to inbound, right baseline, left side of the hoop. Evans curling into the left corner. Instead up top, it comes for Cameron Boozer. Waits, gives it to Isaiah. Already with 7. On the drive, into the paint, the lob to Boozer. Oh, Kyle stole it cleanly. And here comes Syracuse the other way, 5-on-2. Kyle on the drive, bumped into Sarr, laid it in, counted it a foul. So Dame picks up his first. Kyle has 4 and headed to the line, trying to bring Syracuse back within 8.
Syracuse leads the ACC in fast break points per game.
Dame in transition just never could get set. Don't forget Kyle missed 2 earlier at the line, and they didn't look particularly pretty. So you got to be ready to pull a rebound. Domination on the glass so far. Duke out rebounding Syracuse 18-8. And this free throw, no good. Ooh. It is not the prettiest stroke.
Wow.
And here comes Caleb Foster across midcourt. Under 7 minutes to play till halftime, leading by 9. Up top, Boozer. Looks over to the left. There's Evans again. Off of the screen, sent by Cameron. Into the paint he goes. All the way in to throw it down with 2 hands.
Attack that rim. Woo!
25-14. 6.5 minutes to go until the break. Freeman, a handoff for Kings. Looks to the left, and there's Starling. Looking inside, nobody home. Looks back to the right, nobody there either. Dribbles that way. Off of the screen set by Kyle. Got airborne, flipped it up top. King's going to take a three and hit it. Flat-footed, but he knocks it down 36.7% on the year. That's his 52nd three, and it brings Syracuse back within 8. The points in the paint are 18-6 in favor of Duke. Meanwhile, at the other end, it's Boozer with the answer from up top. His first three. He's got 7. The lead back to 11. 5:54 to play in the half. Freeman got inside, bounced it into traffic, and Foster took it away. 4-on-4 to the other end. Leave it for Evans. Oh, he didn't get the roll on the three, and Freeman the rebound for Syracuse. That might have brought the house down. Here's George for Syracuse in the pocket for Kyle at the left elbow. Bounce one inside, kicked by Gongba, so they'll take the shot clock back to 20. Probably a smart play for Gongba because behind him was Freeman, I believe, for what would have been an easy bucket inside. As we see Darren Harris for the first time, the sophomore out of Herndon, Virginia. Isaiah Evans gets a well-deserved breather. He's got 9. Boozer's got 7. They've nearly outscored Syracuse just between the two of them. Meanwhile, to inbound on the left baseline, Nathan George gets it in for Kyle, right back for George. In the left corner, a double team comes. Inside Kyle, comes for Young. Gungba went for the punch and missed it. Great contest for Gungba. A little bit slow getting up behind the play. Meanwhile, Sarr at the other end, fouled on the way up by Freeman. He'll shoot 2. We knew Gungba was dealing with a wrist injury coming off the game against Carolina, and he's walking slowly and might have to come out of the ball game. We'll see how he went down. Freeman picks up his second. I don't think it has to deal with the hands for Gungba. Did he get hit in the eye, perhaps? He's just bent over in front of his own bench, so that's something for Jose Fonseca to keep an eye on. Has to stay in at least for the first free throw attempt for Sarr coming up.
But he's not been favoring the wrist where he's wearing a brace or the finger on the opposite hand that he's had splinted all year. And not favoring really either one of those as he
just got a towel and wiped his mouth, so I think that's the issue. Got popped in the face. As Dame missed the first free throw, he'll have one more coming. But obviously what he's been dealing with really with the fingers on the right hand and now the wrist on the left hand, you want to keep an eye on that. May have gotten stretched just below the eyes. We get a look at a replay. He's being tended to. Meanwhile, one more free throw for Sarr. And he didn't get the roll. The rebound for Betsy and Syracuse. By the way, that was the second foul on Freeman, and he's left the ball game with 5:19 to play in the half. And he's their leading scorer. He's only got 2 so far. On the right, Syracuse in possession with Kings. Works his way on the drive. Got by Harris, got inside, flipped it to the left. Nathan George, a ball fake. Can't get by Dame Sarr. 10 to shoot. Goes inside, knock loose, got it back. Dame locking him down. 7 on the timer. Sends one up top. It's Starling with 5, with 4. Jumps up. Rattled out on a 3. Kyle got the rebound, goes back up and dunks it. So he's got 6, and Syracuse back within 9. 28-19, 4:44 to play in our opening half. The Blue Devils have made 5 of their last 6 from the field. Here's Foster to the right, sends it to the left, and Darren Harris. Pocket pass for Brown, kick it to the right, up top Foster. He wants a 3. Short, air ball, and it hit the baseline on the way out of bounds. Otherwise, the Brown rebound would have been successful on the offensive glass, but instead, it's a Duke turnover.
Good ball movement, just the shot comes up a little bit short.
The Blue Devils shooting nearly 50% from the field after taking a boatload of threes. Last time out in the first half against Clemson, they've only taken 6 here in the first half tonight, and they've made 2 of them. Meanwhile, Syracuse 8 of 25 from the field. Kings and Harris both fall down. Kings kept the dribble alive, though, and then hits a 3. His second 3 of the ball game gives him 8, and the Orange back within 6, 28-22 as we approach 4 minutes to play in the half. And a team of managers out there to clean up the moisture at the other end while the Blue Devils are in possession offensively. Here's Brown to the left and Dame Sarr. Looking inside, Boozer's got it now. In the paint on Kyle. Spins, steps through, scoops it, and is it a goaltend? They say yes, counted in a foul. And now who was the foul on? Kyle was in the area. That would be his second. And we're waiting to see who they put the foul on. I believe they counted the basket. Syracuse would have to challenge that on the goaltend with 3:56 to play in the opening half. We're going to get a timeout. But for now, it's 30-22. And they still haven't signaled who the foul is on. Also, Syracuse is going to challenge that goaltend call. So a lot to sort out. We'll do it all when we come back. 3:56 to play till halftime. Duke leads it 28-22.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every dollar you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Back inside the network studios, coming up at the halftime break, we'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. A big one tonight in the Big 12, second-ranked Houston on the road at number 6, Iowa State. And, of course, we're going to run through all the big plays from the first half here in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Let's go ahead and finish out the first half. Back to the Crow's Nest. Here's David Shoemate.
All right, Tripp, a couple things to sort out here. 3:56 to play till halftime. The officials just announced here inside Cameron Indoor Stadium that they've overturned the goaltending call. So a successful challenge for Syracuse. They'll have one more remaining, and they don't lose their timeout. Also, after initially giving the foul to Kyle, which would be his second, they went to the replay monitor and gave it to Betsy, and makes his second, but Kyle still with one, and I'm sure Syracuse would rather Betsy have 2 than William Kyle, with Freeman already sitting on the bench with 2, as a remind you. To check out Duke All Access with head coach John Shire, Sundays at noon on ABC 11. And don't forget the ABC 11 mobile app is your ticket to Duke basketball highlights and the latest from the First Alert forecast. Just tap the app and make it your own from ABC 11 Eyewitness News. So all of that results in Cameron Boozer shooting 2. And the Blue Devils 4-7 at the line so far here tonight. And the freshman out of Miami hits him at a 76.6% clip. And the first one is good. You know, I was looking at earlier today, John Ross. We think about him and what he does so proficiently in the second half, but he's averaging better than 10 points per game in the first half. 12 per game in the second half as the second free throw is too strong. Brown got a hand on the rebound. Can Sarr save it? It's out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by the Blue Devils. Malik Brown thinks Syracuse touched it last. Do the Blue Devils want to challenge this? They're at the bench waiting. Oh, they've already put it in play. Now Bert Smith has told them to hold on a second. And they're not going to hold on too much longer. The Blue Devils trying to look very quickly. They give you a little bit of grace here, and they're not going to challenge it. That's one thing I think the officials have done a nice job of collectively across the country with this new system, giving all coaching staffs at least a heartbeat to look at it if they want to challenge. Why not, right? What's the hurry? Yeah. Here's Nathan George, deflected into backcourt by Dame Sarr, and over to retrieve it to Starling. He wants to drive. Darren Harris got inside, left side of the paint, put it up, left it short. The rebound on the weak side for Cameron Boozer, but a foul on Duke on the rebounding action. I think they're going to get Caleb Foster. No, they're going to get Malik Brown, and unfortunately that's his second.
Malik maybe going over the back trying to get a rebound now.
Oh, just got him a little bit on a push.
Wow.
Left the lead with 3:33 to play in the half.
Tough one there.
So Syracuse in possession, trailing by 7. The Blue Devils have led by as many as 11. The Orange by as many as 2. That was early, though. In the left corner, King's going to take another 3, falling away. Can't hit it. Weak side rebound, Caden Boozer. And a race to the other end, up by 7. On the left, it's Cameron Boozer back for Caden. Off of a screen set by his brother. Caden probing, backpedals. Betsy defending. Lob it to the right. Dame Sarr in the corner. Can't hit a 3. And inside the rebound for Kings in Syracuse. That's his spot, though. Left corner, right corner. He likes to shoot it. And across midcourt comes George. Right side of the paint, got inside, spun, nearly fell down, and Sarr picks up a foul reaching in, and that'll be 2 on Dame. With 3:05 to play in the half, and he'll have to have a seat. As Isaiah Evans, the sophomore out of Fayetteville, tries to check back in. I'm sure Nathan George is excited for that opportunity. He's had a rough time getting going tonight. A lot of guys that have been defended by Dame Sarr have had that problem. And now Caden Boozer will be defending Nathan George on the inbounds pass. Lobs it for Kyle, and now George again. We approach 3 minutes to play in the half. 29-22 our score. George into the paint, pulls up, and rattles it home for 2 from 8 feet out. So there you go. Dame Sarr goes to the bench, and George is up to 5, and Syracuse is back within 5, 29-24. And now the Blue Devils have a field goal drought that's over 3 minutes. Youngman and company trying to change that. Over to the left, it's Caden Boozer. Looking inside, Cameron Boozer. Faces up on Kyle. Swings it low on the drive. Into the paint. Kicks to the left. Caden hits a 3. All the attention that Cameron Boozer draws. And then corner pocket to take the lead back to 8. Up top, Kyle, a handoff for Starling. 2:20 to play in the half. Spinning, trying to get by Evans, cannot. Back up top, it's Kyle, and now Betsy. He'll take the 3 over Gungba. No, the rebound for Cameron Boozer. He's up to 9 boards already. His brother Caden in possession. Back up top, Cameron. Looks inside, sends it to the right, and Boozer. Lob it inside for Gungba over his outstretched arms, but a foul on Betsy will be his 3rd. Holding Gungba as he went for the basketball, and now Patrick Gungba will shoot 1 and 1.
And that's really twice that they've tried to hold Gungba to keep him from corralling a lob pass towards the basket. They've been successful stopping the field goals both times. We'll see if they can still get points.
I think that's one of those, a foul the officials don't want to have to call, but when it's going to result in a turnover, they have to blow the whistle. But now Betsy with 3 will have a seat with 2:03 to play in the half. And Gungba's front end of the 1 and 1 is good. He's over 68% on the year at the line. And a chance to build the lead back to 10. Steadies himself. Got them both. 34-24. 2 minutes to play until the break. Across midcourt comes George for Syracuse. Over to the right. Freeman back out there with 2 fouls. Waiting, looking up top, sends it for Starling. He dribbles to the left, gets a couple of screens. Starling, a handoff, dangerous pass, and a foul on Hamenya. Trying to fight through a screen. Got a piece of Kings. That'll be his first. 6 on the team, so 1 and 1 on the next common foul. And it'll be J.J. Starling to inbound left sideline. Contested by Isaiah Evans. As the officials have Starling tuck in his jersey. He's situated right along the Blue Devil bench. Bounces it in for Nathan George. George bounces one in traffic for Kings. Whips it out of bounds. Jack Scott was wide open on the Blue Devil bench, but unfortunately, that's not what you're looking for if you're Syracuse offensively.
Yeah, they wanted Starling to go down into the corner, and Starling popped back out to the wing.
And that is the 3rd turnover for the Orange. Duke with 3 as well. Low turnover game for both sides. 90 seconds to play in the half. Duke trying to add to a 10-point lead. Here's Cameron Boozer, top of the key. Takes the screen from Evans to the right. Drives on Kyle. Backs him down all the way in. Got him airborne. Put it off the window and in. Boozer's into double figures. Biggest lead of the night at 12. 36-24. 1:17 to play in the half. George flipped it for Freeman. Too far. Stolen by Evans. 2-on-1. Isaiah crossing over on George. Put it up. Left it short. Boozer got it and scored. He's got 12. The lead is 14. 1 minute to play in the half.
And Cam now with a double-double in the first half.
His 14th of the season. 12 and 10. Kyle over to the left and Starling. Send it up top and George. Waits, looks to the right, nobody home. Still holding, 10 to shoot. Freeman's got it now. Top of the key, 7 and 6, crossing over, can't get by Boozer. Knocked loose by Caden Boozer, saved by Gungba. Now it's 2-on-1. Caden the lob, and Isaiah will throw it down. 40-24, 30 seconds to play in the half.
Blue Devils on an 11-0 run over 2 minutes.
Another kill shot, their 29th of the season. Shot clock off. The roof ready to blow off this place. 10 seconds to go in the half.
George up top, Freeman. Looking to the left, 5 seconds now. Freeman a 3 over Boozer. No, the rebound for Gungba. A fling to the other end, and that'll take us to halftime. 11 straight to take it to the locker room. And it's 40-24 at intermission. 2 in double figures. Boozer 12 and 10. Evans has 11. And at the half, it's Duke 40 and Syracuse 24. When we come back, Trip Hurd will check the scoreboard, give you all the highlights. I think I know one that's going to be in there. And then John Roth with a look at the first half stats. We're at the break inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. Duke by 16 as we step aside.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for 2.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Blue Devil Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll break down the game's first 20 minutes, update scores from the ACC in the top 25, and preview the second half. The Blue Devil Halftime Report starts now.
Trip Hurd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. What a run by Duke to end that first half. They're out to a 16-point lead, 40-24 over Syracuse. Let's go ahead and run through some of the big plays from that first 20 minutes. There's plenty of them. We told you in pregame Syracuse, they had been playing better as of late, going toe-to-toe with Duke. Early on, we had a tight game going on in Cameron. The Orange out to a 9-7 lead. Blue Devils, they were getting some help from the freshman from Italy here with an early bucket.
Waiting on the baseline, back outside for Dame Sarr with a fresh 20. Dame into the paint, a straight line drive, and he sends it in softly with the right hand. He thought about the punch, thought better of it. We're tied at 5.
Patrick Gungba, he's looking to get involved early as well. The Duke big man, he's fought some injury issues and foul trouble here as of late, but he looks strong on this move.
Feeds the post in Gungba, one-on-one with Freeman. Puts it on the deck, pounds his way into him, spins, goes up, off the window and in. Big fella showing off some moves, and Duke is back in front.
Freeman cut off the baseline, but Pat just went the other way and still finished.
And off the bench for Duke comes Caden Boozer, who got behind the defense for an easy one here.
Here's Caden Boozer, right baseline drop, all the way in for the lefty scoop. And Duke is back in front, 11-9.
Oh, the lane just parted like the Red Sea, and Caden took complete advantage.
Caden added another 3-point shot Later on, he's got 5 in the first half. And Isaiah Evans, he's had the hot hand here as of late and no different tonight.
Bounces one inside. Gungba one-on-one with Soiree and his 2 fouls. Lobs it back outside for Evans off of a screen set by Gungba. How about a 3? Yes, sir. He's got 7. Timeout, Syracuse. Looks over to the left. There's Evans again off of the screen set by Cameron. Into the paint he goes all the way in to throw it down with 2 hands.
Attack that rim.
Woo!
25-14.
Couple of nice buckets there by Isaiah to give Duke out to a little bit of a cushion there. And, of course, Cameron Boozer going to work, as always, down low.
2-on-1. Isaiah crossing over on George. Put it up, left it short. Boozer got it and scored. He's got 12. The lead is 14. 1 minute to play in the half.
Isaiah Evans with 11. Cameron Boozer has 12. It all adds up to a 40-24 lead for Duke at the half. We'll take a break, come back with more pregame coverage. You're listening to Duke basketball from Learfield.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Breaking news. Multiply the Cash scratch-offs are here and have $1 billion in total prizes. Mike's live on the scene.
The word is out. And with so much cash up for grabs, everyone's getting in on this $1 billion. Grandma?
Out of my way, Mikey. Granny's on a roll.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in on $1 billion of wins with new Multiply the Cash from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.01 to 4.82. Problem Gambling Helpline, 877-718-5543.
This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Duke University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Duke University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Duke University.
Trip Herd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. Duke on top at the half. They lead Syracuse 40-24. We're the only ACC game on the slate tonight, but we do have a big one coming up at 9 o'clock in the top 25. Big game in the Big 12 from Ames, Iowa. Number 6, Iowa State at home tonight. They'll be hosting second-ranked Houston. They're expecting a very close game there in Hilton Coliseum coming up at 9 o'clock. A great Monday night slate here in the top 25 with Duke and Houston and Iowa State all taking part. And as John mentioned earlier, it's going to be a great Saturday. Duke, their next opponent, the new top-ranked team in the land, Michigan. They'll meet them in Washington, D.C. That's going to be a 6:30 tip. So we'll be on the air with at 5:30 with the pregame show. And, of course, second-ranked Houston, they're going to face the former top-ranked team, Arizona. That game will be tipping off at 3. So a big Saturday in college hoops coming up And we're going to take one more break, come back with John Roth, who's going to have the first half stats for you. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Duke leads Syracuse 40-24 at the halftime break. It was a 29-24 game with 3 minutes to go in the half, and then the Blue Devils raced off 11 straight points to close the half and open up a nice 16-point margin. They're led by two double-figure scores in that first half, in Cam Boozer with 12 and Isaiah Evans with 11. Not really a surprise. The two leading scorers for this team across this whole season do it again in this first half. Cam Boozer also grabs 10 rebounds, so a double-double by halftime for Cam. And then 5 points for Caden Boozer off the bench, and 4-piece for Patrick Gungba and Dame Sarr. Overall, the Blue Devils shot 51% from the floor, and they were 3 out of 8 from three-point range with only 3 turnovers. On the Syracuse side, they shot just 32% and 4 out of 16 from three-point range. So the shot's just not falling for the Orange thus far in the face of this really locked-down Duke defense. Their leading scorer is Nate Krings, who knocked down 2 threes and had 8 points in that half. 6 for William Kyle, their best shot blocker. Overall, this is a team that's number 2 in the country in block shots, and they've only had 2 here in this first half against the Blue Devils. Rebounding belongs to Duke as well, 24-15. So, 20 minutes to go. We'll have it for you in just a moment. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a name!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at 2 Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at 2menandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
All right, off we go to the second half with the Blue Devils leading by 16, 40-24. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios tonight is Trip Hurd. The Blue Devils close the final few moments of that first half with an 11-0 push to build their lead to 16. This is the largest advantage of the ball game. And the Blue Devils will be in possession to start the second half as we're going to watch John Shire's group go right to left in the second stanza. So you see things from the Crow's Nest. High top Coach K Court here inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. Evans and Boozer combined for 23. Boozer double-double, his 14th of the season. He had 3 in a row before that streak was snapped over the weekend when he had a ho-hum effort of 18-8, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block shot. Back on track here before halftime. And as we told you earlier, the second half is normally his better half. Let's see what the Blue Devils start this second half with here tonight. Of course, on Saturday, they started with an Isaiah Evans 3 as they quickly seize the initiative against Clemson in that battle for first place. Tonight, looking for a 13th win through 14 games in ACC play. Foster with it, sends it for Gungba at the free throw line. Looks to the right, there's Cameron Boozer. Holds it low. It's a screen from Gungba. Picked up his dribble. Now to the post it goes, and Patrick one-on-one with Kyle down low. Very physical battle. Goes up and didn't get the roll. Tap follow, yes. Gungba kept after it. He's got 6. The lead is 18.
His second offensive rebound, and he cashes it in for second chance points.
19 and a half minutes to go. Starling to the right. Feeds it for Kyle. Now a handoff for George. Dame Sarr back on him. Over to left, Starling goes inside on Freeman and on Gungba. Got him airborne, kept his pivot foot, floats and scores. Nice work inside for Freeman. He's got 4. And Syracuse back within 16. By the way, that double-double for Cameron Boozer, first time he's had a double-double in the first half of the season. Had 9 rebounds when he had 20 points against Stanford. Meanwhile, at the other end, Freeman recklessly picks up his 3rd, just holding on to Gungba on the post-entry feed. He will stay in the ballgame, though, with 19-10 to go. They get it in for Gungba. Now Foster backpedals into the left corner and hits a 3. Caleb's first field goal comes from outside, and the lead is 19. 45-26. Across midcourt, it's Starling. Works his way around the defense to the right. Backpedal, sends one up top for Freeman. Works his way over to the left, and now Nathan George has it. Tried to feed it inside, deflected, stolen. Foster, the outlet pass for Sarr. 3-on-2, send it to the left for Evans. And he hits a 3. Timeout, Syracuse. 18:36 to go. They're up by 22. 48-26 as we step aside in Cameron.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Today's game is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping all move forward financially. They're proud to be a part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
Back inside Cameron Indoor Stadium, 18:36 to go. The Blue Devils in control, up 48-26. It was 29-24 with just under 3 minutes to play till halftime. And over the last 4.5 minutes of game action, 19-2, 11-0, and now 6 in a row after Syracuse got a bucket earlier in the half. But John Roth, the defense doing its thing, and now the offense starting to fire from all cylinders. They're 5 out of 10 from 3.
Absolutely. I know Coach Shire and his staff like to call their transition game their red zone offense. Basically, if they can get the ball and get a shot off within the first 8 seconds of the shot clock, that's kind of their red zone offense, modeling it after the ability to get a quick score in football when you get close. And they have certainly had a very effective red zone offense in this game. Notably, that last play with Isaiah Evans stopping and draining a 3 in transition. We've seen a lot of scores in transition on fast breaks this year. We haven't seen quite as many where the guy knocks down a 3 on the fast break, but what a way to cap off a red zone attempt.
And Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. So it'll be Syracuse in possession out of the timeout. Uphill climb for the Orange. We told you, 7 opponents for the Blue Devils in this recent run of success defensively. 7 of their last 9 have failed to reach 60. And Syracuse on a similar trajectory here tonight. As George brings it across, greeted by who else but Dame Sarr. Got rid of it to Freeman. And now a handoff for Starling and Kings. Evans there defensively to the right. The Blue Devils have gone zone 2-3. Here's Starling into the paint, steps through, put it off the window, missed the layup. Offensive rebound, Kyle trying to go back up. Waits, does, fouled, and scored. And we'll see who gets ticketed. I think Gungba's going to pick up the foul, and that'll be his first. And we'll send Kyle to the line, which has been a bit of an adventure tonight. He's 0 for 3 at the charity stripe. He's taken all of the free throws for Syracuse. And he'll shot put another one up there here, this time on the right side of the floor. Trying to complete the three-point play.
Blue Devils had 4 guys in the paint that time trying to control him, and he's able to get it to go. They missed the free throw.
Yep. 0 for 4 now. Seeing this technique, I'm kind of surprised he's 50%. 48-28 as we approach 18 minutes to play.
Not sure where that comes from.
Sarr inside, Boozer wide open, and he dunks it down. Bad idea. He's up to 14, 50-28, 17:54 to go. Not guarding the favorite to be the National Player of the Year. Duke will take it. Here's Starling on the drive on Foster. Trying to get by, cannot. Tough scoop, missed it. The rebound for Gungba. And now here's Caleb Foster streaming across midcourt right to left. Waiting with a right-hand dribble. Gets it to Gungba. Looks inside. There's Boozer at the free throw line. Faces up on Kyle. Fouled. And didn't get the roll, but he'll shoot 2 as Kyle got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And as Cameron Boozer heads to the line, we remind you that Food Line, the presenting sponsor of the Score to Get More campaign, is proud to announce that a total of 30,000 meals have been donated this season to our local neighbors in need for free throws made by the Blue Devils during the regular season. Over 8 million meals and counting have been donated by Food Line Thieves through the Score to Give More campaign to local college pantries and food banks. Boozer's first is good. He makes him 2 out of 3 at the line tonight. He's up to 15. The Blue Devils as a team, 8 out of 12. Second attempt for Cameron Boozer. Makes it a 24-point lead. I told you Duke has won 10 in a row in the series. Last year, up at the Dome, they won 83-54. And to be fair, a lot of the lopsided results in this series of late have been up at Syracuse. Doing it here at Cameron tonight. Here's George, nearly walked back to midcourt. Send it to Starling, over to the left. It's Freeman on the drive, cut off by Boozer. Going to try again. Into the paint, steps through, lost it on the way through, but it came to Kyle for a punch. He's having a good night. He's up to 10. Awkward fall, but he's back to the other end, and it's 52-30. He's the first in a double figures for Syracuse. His season average is 9 per game. Here's Foster for Boozer, slicing in, a lob to Gungba. Kyle got a hand on it and deflected it away to Kings. So here comes Syracuse across midcourt. Freeman on the left. A little shoulder shake on the drive on Boozer. Spins, fades away. Tough two. Good. So the two big guys get some buckets. Freeman's up to 6, and Syracuse back within 20. Kind of gives you a picture of how hard it is for Syracuse to score tonight, though. That was a tough fade away, and really the dunk for Kyle was just a fortunate hop. Meanwhile, Foster on the drive, got in on George, fed it to Gungba for an easy dunk. And it's been about that easy on the Blue Devils into the floor.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult of a score for the Blue Devils. Just good sharing of the basketball and finishing at the rim.
54-32, 16-15 to go. Kyle now waits, a handoff for Starling. Crossing over to the right. Backpedal, sends it to the left, and Freeman. He comes off of a screen. Foster has him. Inside it goes for Kyle. 9 to shoot. One-on-one with Gungba. Couple of jab steps. Spins, faces up, dribbles, goes up and dunks. So Kyle's had some success tonight, some authoritative finishes. He's got 12, but it's still a 20-point lead with 15:50 to go. And Cameron Boozer will get it in for Caleb Foster. Malik Brown set to check in at the next dead ball. There's a little bit of a delay because they're trying to get the ball back to the inbound, and it went off the backcourt all the way up to midcourt, and now we're finally back going. Here's Cameron crossing over, a screen from Evans. Oh, alone inside again, off the window and in. Came wide open, and he's up to 18. On 7 of 9 shooting, he's hit his only 3 of 4 at the line. He's got 10 rebounds. Oh, he's got 2 assists too. Silly. Freeman for Syracuse, off of a moving screen from George. No whistle, though. George on Cameron Boozer, dancing. Backpedals, looks to the right, 10 to shoot. Waiting, lobs it inside for Freeman. Sarr there defensively. Wow, put the elbow into him. Sarr steadied himself, though. 5 to shoot. Make it 3. 2. Does he know? Out it goes for a Starling 3. Good at the end of the shot clock. Some ugly offense, but it worked out for Syracuse, and they're back within 19.
Starling, the only guy in this team who was there and played with Malik Brown a couple of years ago. It shows you how much rosters change in college basketball.
56-37. Boozer's got it again. Faces up down low, drives right by Kyle. A couple of ball fakes, waits, step through, score again. He's up to 20 for the 15th time this season. 58-37. And he's already got 8 here in the second half. Here's George for Syracuse. Works off of the screen to the left, send it back for Kyle. Wants to drive on Cameron Boozer. Tough runner. No, the rebound for Boozer. The outlet pass for Caleb Foster. 4-on-4, it's Evans on the left. Waits, a lob. Gungba caught it, and it wedged in between the backboard and the rim. A foul is called. If that's on Freeman, that's 4. We'll wait for confirmation. It is. Oh, wow. So their leading scorer has 4 with 14:03 to go in the ball game. We step aside with Duke up 58-37.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
.14:03 to go. Duke by 21, 58-37. Tonight's game between Duke and Syracuse is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping us all move forward financially. They're proud to be part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at PNC.com. David Schumate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer back inside our network studios, is Trip Hurd. I went down a rabbit hole earlier today, John, and talking about the Blue Devils winning in conference play by 15.5 per game in their wins. This year obviously has been dominant, but last year was very dominant as well, and I went back and looked it up and did some quick math. Obviously 19-1 with the 20-game league schedule. Those 19 games, they won by an average of 23.5 points per game. I mean, and a lot of them are here tonight.
I thought I remembered it was 20 at some point, but yeah, wow.
Cooper Flag, Kaman Malawach, and of course Con Knipple over on the baseline to our left. Now, you don't think that's any indicator of Rookie of the Year voting that Con's on the front row and Cooper's on the... Now, Cooper was on the front row on Saturday.
But Con wasn't here.
Co-Rookie of the Years?
I don't know. Right now, Con has won Rookie of the Month 3 months already. So
and they just do it by conference. That's Easter.
By conference, yeah. Because 1 month they both
Cooper's
were.
done it up.
Yeah. But, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. They had a mammoth game against each other, Hornets and Mavericks, a few weeks ago, where Cooper had 49 points, the most points ever scored by a teenager in the NBA, and Con had 34 and helped his team win the game. So they're certainly 1 and 2 as favorites. You can pick who's 1 and who's 2.
Knowing how they are, I'm sure they're enjoying cheering on the guys and watching. They're probably itching to get back on this floor with the energy in the building.
Yeah, true.
As the Blue Devils have it out of the timeout. Cameron Boozer looking for more. In on Soiree, little ball fake, fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Soiree picks up his 3rd. And like many teams this year, become very evident over the course of the evening, Syracuse has 0 answers for number 12 in white. And Boozer headed to the free throw line for attempts number 5 and 6 this evening. Getting to the charity stripe has been a bit of a challenge, really, for the entire team the last 4 or 5 games, but getting there tonight, as the first one is good. Now 10 out of 14 at the charity stripe. And Boozer's up to 21.
Challenge may not even be the word for Syracuse at the free throw line tonight.
Bad.
0 for 4.
Consistent might be the word. I mean, you look at what they've done this season, it's not terribly shocking. Meanwhile, Cameron looking for another, trying to build a lead at 23. Rattled around and went down. That's what happens on your home floor. Took the full tour. 60-37, foul in backcourt on Sarr. Trying to take it away from Starling. A reach-in will be his 3rd. Second on the team. Syracuse has been whistled for 4 here in the second half. And Kings inbound in backcourt. Gets it in for Starling. Dame Sarr greets him again. And now Kings has it. Over to the left. Betsy and now Cayenne Anthony out there. And catch on the right. Betsy back for Anthony. Half the shot clock is gone. Soiree sets a screen. Anthony takes it to the left. Probing on Caden Boozer. 10 to shoot. Left side of the paint, trying to back him down. Got it knocked loose. Tough fadeaway. No, off the back of the rim. Soiree the offensive board, though. And a kick out for a Starling 3 that's short. And this time Cameron Boozer has rebound number 12. And across midcourt, 13:20 to go at 60-37. Caden to the right. There's Dame Sarr. A baseline drive on Kings. Whip it to the left. Hamenya in the left corner. Good from 3. Nicholas Hamenya's up to 5, and the lead is 26 as we approach 13 minutes to play.
Blue Devils a perfect 3 for 3 in this half from 3.
Starling at the other end. Tough drive, fouled on the way up, and he'll shoot 2. I think Malik Brown picks up his 3rd. This is the one that blows your mind. We talked about Kyle not good at the line. J.J. Starling is 54%.
Oh.
One of the elite guards the last several years in the ACC has been a nightmare at the charity stripe, 31 of 57. And, of course, as he heads to the line to shoot 2, gives us a chance to remind you we're into the second half. And in the second half, if the opposition misses consecutive free throws on any single trip, as the first one is no good, you get a free Harris Teeter half sub the following Friday. All you got to do is make sure you have the Harris Teeter app. Simply download the digital coupon the day after the game. The offer is valid at participating Triangle area Harris Teeter locations. Our thanks to Harris Teeter, a proud partner of Duke basketball. And his release on that first one was equally as awkward as the release of Kyle. And now here's the second. They want a sandwich. Oh, man, he hit it. Well, that's disappointing. 7th, and you hear the Boo Birds rain down.
Yeah. Oh, brother.
63-38. We ever seen a give foul like for Kyle just to get the sub? Anyway, we'll wait for that later on. 12:50 to go. Here's Caden Boozer with a right-hand layup. I thought he might go for the punch. He had an open lane to the hoop, and it's 65-38 with 12:40 to go. It is 36-20 in the paint right now. Soiree, a handoff for Starling. Over to the left and into the arms of Betsy. Backpedals, gives it back to Starling. 10 to shoot. Off of the screen set by Soiree. Backpedals, drives again between the legs on the drive on Sar into the paint. Righty scoop is good. So J.J. Starling has 9, and it's 65-40 with 12:15 to go. Don't go anywhere, though. As Rother told you in the pregame show, they were down by 30-plus over in Chapel Hill earlier this year on a Monday night. Cut it to 7 in the final minute. They can score in a hurry. Here's Dame Sarr into the paint. Oh, man, took a whack, put it up, and he'll shoot 2. I think that's 4 on Soiree. It is. And 2 free throws coming for Dame Sarr on team foul number 5 for Syracuse.
I think they host Carolina next Monday night on Big Monday. So that's the other team that Carolina plays twice besides the Blue Devils.
Saturday. Next game for them is Carolina on Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was next Monday. Okay, all right.
As Sars rims off on the first free throw. The Blue Devils, of course, this weekend, I don't know if you've heard, they'll be in the nation's capital to take on Michigan. Number 1 and number 3 getting together. That should be fun.
I heard about that.
Yeah, Blue Devils won the last 3 in the series. Of course, Michigan, the new number 1 after Arizona lost twice last week. Second free throw for Sar, short as well. Brown got the offensive board. Out for Hamenya, who hits a 3. Well, you trade 3 for 2, and it's 68-40. 11:50 to go. The Blue Devils now 7 of 12 from outside. On the left, it's J.J. Starling. Trying to drive on Dame Sarr. Got some space, spins into the paint. Righty scoop. Oh, Sarr recovered. Blocked it. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the orange. And we've got a timeout. 11:39 to go here in Cameron. The Blue Devils rolling up 68-40.
Breaking news. Multiply the Cash scratch-offs are here and have $1 billion in total prizes. Mike's live on the scene.
The word is out. And with so much cash up for grabs, everyone's getting in on this $1 billion. Grandma?
Out of my way, Mikey. Granny's on a roll.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in on $1 billion of wins with new Multiply the Cash from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.01 to 4.82. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo.
No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Today's game is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping all move forward financially. They're proud to be a part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
11:39 to go in the ball game. Blue Devils comfortably ahead at home by 28 on Syracuse, 68-40. If this holds, and every indication is that it will, 30 in a row they will have won at home. 17 straight it would be against ACC competition. And we're getting down to it. Only 2 more ACC games at home after this one. A week from Saturday, Virginia comes calling. They're up to 14th in the recent AP poll. And then the following weekend, North Carolina comes in to close out the regular season. Win both of those, and for the 3rd time in his first 4 seasons, Jon Scheyer will have gone unbeaten at home. That's pretty remarkable what they've been able to do. And John, we're getting down to it overall in terms of the ACC race. We mentioned Michigan this weekend, and then you got 4 left. And with a win here tonight, for those that are looking ahead to the tournament in Charlotte, the Blue Devils can finish no lower than 7th in the ACC standings and are getting, we still got 3 weeks to go, and they're getting pretty close to clinching the double bye.
Yeah, certainly are right now. Obviously at the 12-1 mark coming into this contest, and clearly alone in first place, but a couple teams behind them hanging on, and Blue Devils so far getting these wins are building up potential tiebreaker situations with teams that might possibly catch them. They've still got Virginia and NC State behind them as well to worry about, but absolutely the Blue Devils are doing
that's the thing.
The work they have to do.
Win here tonight, win next Tuesday night in South Bend, and perhaps an outright ACC title on the line when they play Virginia. Certainly if they win that, obviously with the win over Notre Dame, they clinch the 1 seed with still a week to go in the regular season. And they may very well, depending on what Virginia does over the next couple of weeks, be playing for an outright ACC regular season title that afternoon. Still work to do here, though. 11:35 to go, up by 28. In the left corner, it's Freeman. Shoveled one up top for Starling. 5 to shoot. Works his way inside on Boozer. Back up top, Freeman. Awkward catch. Takes the 3 and hits it. Well, you can see his scoring acumen. He's up to 9. And Adrian Autry, no choice, sends him back out there with 4 fouls. 68-43, 11:15 to go. Duke by 25. Let's go Duke is the chant for the Crazies. Up top, it's Hamenya. And now over to the left and Malik Brown. Waiting, whips it to the right corner. Isaiah Evans on the drive. Got by Kings and laid it in. Woo! How about that first step? And he's up to 13. I'm sure Kings was anticipating the 3, and Isaiah blew right past him. At the other end, it's Starling. Wild right-handed scoop, no. Offensive board, trying to go up through traffic, and Evans blocked the shot out of the hands of Sadiq White. And now Duke the other way, up by 27. 10:40 to go. Inside Brown on the drive on White. Left it to Gungba to throw it down. And now Patrick Gungba's into double figures. 72-43. 10:28 to go.
And another nice assist from Malik Brown to his fellow big man.
So 22 for Cameron Boozer, 16 for Isaiah Evans. Patrick Gungba's got 10. Hamenya's next in line. He's got 8. Caden Boozer's got 7. And now a steal by Brown. Pick the pocket of Freeman to the other end. A spin and a dunk! Brown doing it at both ends, and the lead grows to 31. 10 minutes to go. Anthony for White, a drive, blocked by Gungba, but he fought through it, flipped it up to the rim, counted in a foul. Gungba got a piece, but it crawled over the rim. Patrick picks up his second. And Sadiq White to the line at 51.4%. I told you Syracuse was one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the country, and they have delivered here tonight. 1 out of 6. And there's a Con Knipple, I believe anyway. I see the number 7 Hornets jersey hanging out over here on the right.
Yeah, that's right.
And the left-handed free throw shooter hits it. That was actually a pretty good-looking stroke. So the freshman out of Charlotte. Maybe the Hornets jersey inspired him. 74-46. 9:48 to go. Caden Boozer with it now. Looking to the left. Evans is open. Too strong. The rebound for Kyle, knocked out of his hands by Gungba, but it's out of bounds and over to Syracuse. Look at the edge on the glass, 31-19. Make it 20 now on that team rebound. Remember we told you Brown had that first assist for the Blue Devils midway through the first half? Now they've got 13 against just 4 turnovers. Nathan George, pocket pass for Kyle, right side of the paint, kicks it to the left. Anthony's open for 3, and he hits it. Cayenne Anthony with his first field goal. It's his 17th 3 of the season, and it brings Syracuse back within 25 with 9:20 to go, 74-49. Gungba for Brown on the right. Waits, looking inside, whistle and a foul. I think it's going to be on Kyle holding Gungba, but we'll see. It is, and that's his third. No free throws yet, team foul number 6. But it does allow Caden Boozer to inbound on the left baseline with a fresh 20 to work with. Left side of the hoop, just in front of Con Knipple, who's here tonight. Caden trying to get it for Evans. He's being held, and Isaiah gets loose in the left corner. One-on-one with Kings. Swings it low, now drives him into the paint. Steps through, couple of head fakes, goes up and scores. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. The full repertoire. He's got 15, and the head coach of the Blue Devils calls for time. Let's break for 30. 9:08 to go. Duke up 76-49.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Back in Cameron, 9:08 to go. Duke rolling at home, 76-49. And Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. John Roth, I asked you the pregame show, was this perhaps a look-ahead spot? I think not. They've been looking ahead tonight.
Yeah, no.
And now in about 15 or so minutes, maybe 20 minutes of real time, they can start to, they'll have a day off, and then they'll start to get ready for that highly anticipated matchup this weekend with Michigan and Washington, D.C. Perhaps a preview of the Final Four. 2 games this weekend kind of look that way. Arizona and Houston getting together as well. The top 4 teams in the country meeting this weekend. Here's Kyle for Syracuse on the drive. Can't get by Gungba. Hands it off for George. Weaves inside. Fed it to a cutting Kyle. Nearly fell down. Had to walk, but a foul's called. They say Hamenya pushed him. Had to call something because Kyle was doing a 2-step on the left baseline. And as we get another peek, yeah, there was some body contact. Pretty good call.
Yeah.
15 foul. George will inbound. Right baseline, left side of the hoop. Waiting, still waiting. Lobs it in for Kyle. Gungba there defensively. He's all the way to the top of the key, now to the right. Picked up his dribble, and now he needs help. Waiting, threw it back outside for Anthony. 10 to shoot. Anthony weaves to the right, crosses over, jumps up from 3, and hits again. So Anthony with a couple of threes here in the second half. And Syracuse is up to 52. 76-52 with 8:28 to go. The Blue Devils have made 14 of their last 15 from the field. They're shooting 88% here in the second half. Inside, Gungba trying to add to it on Kyle. Backs him down, waits, steps through, got it blocked from behind by White. Still saved it for Brown, though. In for Gungba, back to work with a 2-hand flush.
Malik Brown coming up with a loose ball and immediately feeding it back to Pat for the finish.
78-52, 8 minutes to go. Here's Anthony for Syracuse, crossing over on Caden Boozer. Underhand scoop. 3-ball on the way. No, out of the arms of Whites. The rebound for Isaiah Evans. They stream across midcourt with 7:47 to go. Boozer back up top. Looks to the left. Hamenya now. Waits. A handoff for Isaiah Evans. He's on the drive. Into the paint. Kick it to the right. 12 to shoot. Back for Evans on the right. Good again. Isaiah, another 3. He's got 18. 81-52. 7:25 to go. Duke has 41 here in the second half. Inside, Kyle threw it into traffic, but was pushed on the way by. That foul on Gungba is going to chase us to a timeout. That's right. Syracuse has already eclipsed their scoring total from the first half when they had 24. They had 28 already in the second half. They've been outscored by 13. Timeout on the floor. 7:16 to go. Duke 81 and Syracuse 52.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
48-28 as we approach 18 minutes to play.
Not sure where that comes from.
Czar inside, Boozer wide open, and he dunks it down. Bad idea. He's up to 14, 50-28, 17:54 to go.
Cam Boozer now up to 22, and he's got the Blue Devils ahead 81-52 on Syracuse here with 7:16 to go. Blue Devils have just been lights out here in the second half. They've hit 16 out of 19 shots, 84%. That includes 5 out of 6 from three-point range. Boozer's 22 leads. Evans is 21 right behind, and Gongba's 12 also in double figures. Boozer with 12 boards leads the team in that category as well. That double-double, he actually had that in the first half, but 22 and 12 right now. On the other side, Syracuse shooting 55% in this half, 11 out of 20, and they've got one guy in double figures, Kyle, with 12, along with 3 rebounds. Points in the paint heavily in Duke's favor in this contest. At this point, 46-24. And with 7:16 to go in the game, the Blue Devils have already scored more in this half than they scored in the entire first half, 41-40. So it's been a big second half for the Blue Devils, and there's more to come.
Now, we're going to have to double-check this. I'm doing math right now. But if my eyes don't deceive me, the Blue Devils have not turned it over here in the second half. They've missed 3 shots, and they have 3 offensive rebounds. And that means they've scored every time they've taken it down the floor. Wild. 7:16 half. In the left corner, a 3 from Kings for Syracuse is no good, and Dame Sarr pulls the miss. We'll double-check that, but that's what the math says. 81-52. Arthur, you've been a while. You ever seen that?
I guess part of it could be if you get an offensive rebound off a missed free throw, however. So that could mess into the situation there.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway.
That's no fun. 4 out of 6.
It's still like worth looking into.
So only 2 trips where they didn't score. Meanwhile, Syracuse has gone zone. They tried the lob backdoor for Cameron Boozer. And sorry, he didn't need to, but he put his hand on it as it went out of bounds. So a break for the Blue Devils with 7 to shoot.
Yeah, he should have let it go.
You're right. So that's 2 trips. See, I was trying to do the math on the fly. Still, though, crazy. 84% shooting and 83% from 3. Here's a lob off the inbound, and Brown will rock the rim. He's got 6. The assist for Caleb Foster. And the lead back to 31, as big as it's been all night. At the other end, George stolen by Brown. And now here's Harris down the lane. Oh, he's hammered. That might be flagrant. The officials step in. And everybody gets separated. This might be a trip to the monitor. Because he was a defensive, one of those players when you go up in transition, John Roth, when they whack down, a lot of times they call that flagrant, and he was whacked at by Kyan Anthony.
Oh, not only whacked at, but he hit his forearm and grabbed his elbow.
They've got to look at this, you would think. Yeah, they will. So before Darren Harris shoots the free throw, the officials are headed to the monitor with 6:34 to go. It'll give us a chance to remind you that coming up this Wednesday night, we'll be over at the Washoukan Golf Club for the latest edition of the Fast Break with head coach John Shire. Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock. We'll go throughout the season. You can catch the show live on WRAL News Plus, 96.5 FM in Durham, 99.3 FM in Raleigh, and on the Buzz, 620 AM and 104.5 FM, and across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network. So you may have heard in the background the officials making the announcement. They're at the monitor taking a look at what happened a moment ago. Meanwhile, we talk about Malik playing his former team. He's got 6 points, 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line. He's got 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Kind of like last year.
Malik's sometimes a little sneaky. Like, he just does a lot of different things.
If he is not in the running for Defensive Player of the Year in the ACC, I know they got a great shot blocker at Syracuse, and Kyle, he's certainly got to be on the all-defensive team.
You would think last year he should have been, except that he missed too many games with injury.
Yep.
I was thinking
Smith,
about
Lee Cassell, and A.J. Desai still talking things over. Sorry, John.
I don't know. I was just thinking about the last time that Syracuse actually beat Duke. I know it's a 10-game winning streak right now. It was actually, here we go.
After review of the previous play, the call stands as a common foul. Duke will shoot 2 free throws.
Honestly, that's surprising. Given the margin of the game, and as you said, how he held on to him as he finished through. But they didn't see anything flagrant. Sorry, finish your point.
No, that's all. Just the last time Syracuse beat Duke was actually the Zion year. It was in here 2019, and Zion lit them up for 35. But I think that's the game that Trey Jones got hurt in, and the Blue Devils were down a man, and they ended up losing 95-91. And since then, they have not come close to beating the Blue Devils.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That was the game Trey Jones injured his shoulder as Harris's first free throw rattles home. That's the first point of the night for the sophomore out of Herndon, Virginia, as we see Hamenya return, and Cameron Boozer will get a breather with 6:34 to go. Who knows? That might be the end of the night for Cameron Boozer. We'll see. Sitting on 22, 12, and 2 assists. And now Darren Harris trying to find the Blue Devils' 85th point of the ball game. Too strong on the free throw. And the rebound for Soiree. 6:30 to go. 84-52. Soiree knocked loose by Brown, got it back. And sent it over to the left at Anthony. Anthony looking to the left, gets it to Soiree. Now dribbles to the right. And George gets a touch. Brown crashes at him. 9 on the timer. Double team in a world of trouble. Lost it into backcourt. They say it was deflected, but Harris got there first. Saved it to Foster. To the rack. Off the window. Oh, it wouldn't go. And Kings out of there with it for Syracuse. But you'll love the hustle for Darren Harris and Aldame Sarr. Nearly a theft on Kings. He's on the drive. Got inside. Lefty scoop is good. So Kings into double figures. And it's 84-54 with 5:48 to go. I mean, Darren Harris did everything there to get it in backcourt. Unfortunately, Foster couldn't finish at the rim. And now Harris has the top of the key. A bounce pass from Malik Brown on the right. Back to the left. Harris is open. And he hits a 3. Karma. And the lead is 33.
Absolutely. This is looking like a 30-plus game that is not going to be able to be erased by Syracuse's comeback.
Not with 5:20 to go.
Ooh.
The Blue Devils have hit the century mark 3 times this season, but not since Niagara in late November. On the left, a 3 for Betsy. Rimmed off, weak side rebound Soiree. Peels back to the rim on Brown. Lefty scoop, missed it badly, and Caleb Foster has it now. Across midcourt with 5 minutes to go, up 87-54. Lethal crossover, send it to the right, up top, Brown a 3. Oh, it wouldn't go. Hamenya chasing down an offensive rebound, saved it, but Soiree has it now for Syracuse. And a 2-on-1, a bounce pass for Betsy, nearly traveled, missed the layup, but tapped home his own miss for his first points. And it's 87-56 with 4:42 to go.
Yeah, Dame Sarr challenged the first shot, but not the offensive rebound putback.
Oh, you know Brown wanted that 3.
I know, yeah.
He's got it now to the right, Hamenya. He's got a couple of 3s tonight. He hands it to Caleb Foster. Nope, doesn't. Turned it down, took it himself, goes inside, backs down. George put it off the window, counted in a foul. Hamenya into double figures, and a free throw coming as well. He's the 4th into double figures here tonight. Joining Cameron Boozer, Isaiah Evans, and Patrick Gungba. And now the freshman out of Los Angeles, his personal best is 14, looking for an 11th point at the charity stripe, and the Blue Devils 90th of the ball game. 69.7% on the season. This is his first free throw of the ball game, and it's good.
Now you've got me looking up most points in the paint in one game for the Blue Devils this year, because they're about to hit 50 if they do it again. They just hit 50, actually.
50 of the 90 have come in the paint.
Howard, 58 earlier in the year.
So the most in ACC play. Oh, man, George nearly traveled to midcourt. 14 to shoot. A straight line drive for Soiree. Thought better of it. Pass on the way out. Deflected. Here's Hamenya. 3-on-1. It's Caden Boozer off the window. Goaltend. As Soiree hit it after it hit the backboard. And Caden Boozer is up to 9. He might be the 5th in double figures here tonight. 92 to 56 with still 4:03 to go. Syracuse has given up 100 once this season, and it took Cal 2 overtimes to get there.
Oh, yeah.
That was the game Syracuse won 107 to 100. So they haven't given up 100 in regulation. Here's George to the left. Betsy now. A handoff in tight space for Kings, and now George again. Trying to drop, cut off, just going to jack a 3 up top, and it's good. Not really in the flow of the offense, but his first points of the second half make it 92-59 with 3:38 to go. It looks like Cameron Sheffield's going to come in at the next dead ball. And John Shire starting to empty out his bench. With the 24th win this year firmly in his grasp. Foster looking inside. Looks up top. Darren Harris now. Waits to the right. Foster. Inside Brown at the free throw line. To the left. Boozer a 3. Got it blocked as Kings came over and blocked it into the Louisville bench, and that's going to chase us to a timeout. 3:14 to go in this one. Been a runaway. Duke up 92 to 59.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron Indoor to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Today's game is presented by PNC Bank, committed to making a difference in the lives of their customers and communities by helping all move forward financially. They're proud to be a part of the Duke Blue Devils community. See how PNC Bank can make a difference for you at PNC.com.
Still holding, 10 to shoot. Freeman's got it now. Top of the key, 7-6. Crossing over, can't get by Boozer. Knocked loose by Caden Boozer. Saved by Gungba. Now it's 2-on-1. Caden the lob! And Isaiah will throw it down! 40-24. 30 seconds to play in the half.
Blue Devils on an 11-0 run over 2 minutes.
Another kill shot, their 29th of the season. That's how they finished the first half. It was a 19-2 run, bridging the two halves here inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. And that incredible hustle leading to the lob dunk. Our defensive play of the game. It's presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. And with 3:14 to go, Duke up 92-59. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios is Trip Hurd. And John Roth, I think that sequence there kind of sums up what this Duke team was about. A deflection from Boozer, biggest guy on the floor. Gungba first to the deck. And then you got Boozer, Caden Boozer, 6'4", lobbing to Isaiah Evans at 6'6" at the other end to punctuate an 11-0 run.
No question. Everybody being involved, everybody hustling, nobody really caring who's going to end up getting that point, just that everybody's working forward for the Blue Devils to make the stop, turn it around, and go the other way. And it's something they've been doing all year. And it's kind of that team-first mentality that they just want to get it done as a group.
New guys on the floor Cameron Sheffield, graduate student at Alpharetta, Georgia. Jack Scott's in there for the first time, the senior out of Colorado Springs, the transfer from Princeton. By the way, Sion James in the building here tonight. Another Charlotte Hornet taking it in as Caden Boozer whips it to the left. Sheffield will launch and hit a three. And the bench goes absolutely wild.
Cameron Sheffield's second three of the year, and everybody jumped up, including the former players under the baseline.
95-59. 2:50 to go. So now Jack Scott is the only guy who's played that did not score. Maybe he gets a crack. Kings on the drive. Lefty scoop around it out. The rebound for Darren Harris. As Caden Boozer bothered in backcourt by Kings, has him on his hip. Now he's okay. To the right, Harris. Scott proficient from outside. He's got it. Sends it up top to Caden, and now Hamenya. Swings it low. Waits. Drives. Got inside. Scoops with the left hand. No, and the rebound for Syracuse. Betsy with 2:24 to go. Down by 36. Sends it up top. Cayenne Anthony. Hesitation drive on Scott. Lost the basketball, but came right to Soiree, who spins. Awkward scoop. Missed it. The rebound for Sheffield. And 2:10 to go. 95-59. By the way, these 59 points, at the moment, this would equal a season low for Syracuse. Hamenya has it. This is a high-scoring watermark for the Blue Devils in ACC play. Here's Hamenya into the paint. A spin move. Steps through. Put it off the window. Got it blocked. Got it back. Flips it for Harris. Plenty of time. 7 to shoot. Up top, Jack Scott with 5, with 4. On the drive on Kings. Spins. Lost it. Got it back. Fades away. Oh, couldn't hit. And the rebound for Soiree. 1:40 to go. 95-59. On the left, Anthony now. Waits, hesitation drive, backpedals, takes a three over Sheffield, and it's short. And the rebound volleyball off the backboard, but a foul on Duke first. It'll be on Hamenya, but nope. It'll be on Jack Scott. That'll be his first, and it'll be Soiree shooting a 1-and-1. He's 5 of 12 on the season at the charity stripe. No chance for a sub on the 1-and-1 opportunity on the 7th team foul, but a chance to pull a rebound perhaps. Soiree, the redshirt sophomore. Left-handed free throw shooter, missed it. Jack Scott, the rebound, tapped out of his hands by Kings. Out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Devils, they say. Hamenya says, I want to challenge it. Associate head coach Chris Carroll says, absolutely not. Yeah, Carey was wrong or not. 95-59. Syracuse emptying out their bench. We see Bryce Zephyr out there for the first time as Kings will drive on Scott. Spin, bobble it, send it up top for a Betsy three. That's good. So Tyler Betsy has 5 now, all here in the second half, and it's 95-62 with 1:15 to go. Might be tough to get to the century mark at this point. Caden Boozer waits, gets the screen from Hamenya to the right. Sends it up top for Darren Harris. He will drive on Kings. Back for Caden Boozer, who hits a three. He's into double figures with 12, equaling the 12 he had on Saturday afternoon. 98-62, 52 seconds to go. Zephyr for Syracuse on the right baseline. Lefty scoop, around and down. His first points. 47.7 to go, and now you do have a crack at 100. 98-64. Our house is the champ for the Crazies. Caden Boozer on the right. To the left, Hamenya sets the feet. Count it! .101-64, final 30 seconds now. Hamenya's equaled his career high with 14. Zephyr for the Orange. Dribbles to the right, cut off by Hamenya, sends it back up top. Soiree with 9 to shoot. Sends it to the right, Zephyr. 5 to shoot, lost it. Caden Boozer has it, a fitting into a dominant night in Cameron. Duke has won 30 in a row at home, and they steamroll Syracuse. 101-60 the final score. They take it by 37. In the end, there were 5 in double figures. Cameron Boozer, another double-double, his 14th. 22 and 12 for him. Isaiah Evans added 21. Hamenya tied a personal best with 14. He was 3 of 3 from 3. 12 apiece for Gungba and Caden Boozer. And you get the idea. They shot 72% of the second half. 9 of 12 from 3 in the second stanza to run away, putting up 61 after intermission. 101-64 the final score. They hit the century mark for the first time since Niagara. on November the 21st. We'll take a break. Much more to